start off everything. Oh yeah, and also if my internet cuts out, which usually happens, or my computer just fucking dies, the recording will be saved, even if I don't stop it. So you guys don't gotta worry about any of that.
Shifting everything, dude.
What's up?
Shifting everything, and I say someone you don't give a fuck. Just kidding.
Bruh.
Quality bed making content right here.
Honestly, bed making content.
Oh, if I was a girl streamer, it would be best. Hey guys, today we're gonna make my bed. So,
oh jeez. Oh wow. Oh my God. What? He's thick. He's actually thick. Holy crap.
Yo, I go to the gym, motherfucker.
This man's thick.
I squat. I dead pull. I do
Squat.
I bench press. I do fucking biceps, triceps curls, bro.
Dude, especially with that accent, girls are gonna fall for you, dude.
You wanna get thick?
They already do, man. It's not even a question of.
Yeah. Holy shit. It's not bad. All right.
Yo, honestly, weird flex. But actually, are you recording right now?
Yeah, we're recording. We're live.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna shut the hell up then.
Oh, okay.
That is not Twitch TOS material. What I was gonna say.
Oh yeah. If it's not Twitch TOS, it's probably borderline YouTube as well. So.
Borderline YouTube.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say borderline illegal, and I was gonna be like, "Whoa, hold up, there, buddy."
That's a different discussion.
You never know what he's into, so like it's fine, you know. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and get started, I guess.
Let's go ahead and get started. All right.
All right.
Well, welcome everybody to the Gilga's Den podcast. My name is Ben. Here I got my co-host Sohan with me. We got two hosts today. Well, not two hosts. Jesus Christ, two star. What are we saying? Customers, clients.
Guests.
Our 2-star bitch.
Yeah, yeah. We got two guests here. We got Dan from where's this guy from? Pennsylvania.
I'm Canadian.
No. Oh, he's in a different country.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, from Nova Scotia.
You
at 180
weren't even in
pounds.
the correct country.
Dude, you should have given us our passport, then we would have been able to figure out, man.
You want me to also give you my social security number?
Oh, that'd be dope. I mean,
throw that in there
if you can do that.
No, not Nova Scotia, Quebec. Unfortunately, no, actually, not. It's got its ups and downs.
It's got its ups and downs. It does. Anyways, we got Dan here, and all the way from across the pond from the UK, weighing 185 pounds. Birch,
far more.
Brett.
Yeah.
He exists.
I am here, the ethereal voice with no face to match.
The ethereal voice. That's what I like. Yeah. And that's what we like to hear. Anyway, we got a boy here, Sohan. You're still in school, Sohan. So you want to tell us?
So
what do you want to do?
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had? I think 2020 is a very different year. Have you guys ever had fucking fucking mental psychiatrists come to your school and then give like a whole like conference? Cause we had that and it wasn't even Zoom or Google Meet. It was like some random shit on like an HTML5 site that no one knew, and chat was toxic as fuck.
Sure.
Yeah. Do you guys have you guys ever had that? Or is that like a 2020 thing?
I'm in uni. I'm in uni, so typically they don't really care much about us. I did have some seminars, all of which I found fucking stupid. One of which was sexual harassment, which I mean, I think it's a good subject, but it's a terrible subject to talk about during a goddamn pandemic. Like, what sexual harassment is going to go on when no one can leave their house?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, well, was there like something that happened last year to have that kind of seminar, or was it just like, let's just have it?
Oh man, it's university. What do you mean? Something happens every year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair.
Bro, you go to frat. You go to parties. People drink, and they're like, "Hey, you're cute. Come over here." And honestly, half of them don't care what the other person thinks. They're like, "Hey, I want a bag. You look good. Come here."
Sorry, which parties are you going to? You get invited to these. Very different from the kind of parties that I go to at university.
I never heard. Very
Yeah,
different
Brett,
environments,
you were quarantined for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Did
it was
you
good fun.
did it suck missing all the parties?
I mean, I didn't really go to all that many parties since the whole virus thing. Anyway, yeah,
No.
it wasn't ideal. The main part about it that was really rough though was just like not being able to see anyone like at all. Like I can't even like go park or something,
Oh shit.
wave for social distance or anything.
So you
like
can't even take a walk?
No,
Oh.
can't. So like exercise relegated just to just doing weights and stuff.
Oh wow.
Did
Crazy.
get a bright side from it though. The university sent these like big food boxes, but they forgot to like check if I'd actually received the food box or not. So I got two of them. It was like £35.
Wait.
Dollars.
How many did they send?
Two. After they sent the second one, I was like, okay, should I tell them or not? And then they were like, it's cool, just keep it.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
The way that you were saying it, I thought they sent you like 10 and only 2 of them arrived.
Nah,
And I was gonna be
nah.
like, what the hell happened to the other food boxes?
No, so like they sent like a week's worth of food until I could get like shopping
Ah.
because it's a 2-week quarantine. But
Okay.
they sent 2, so I just had food for the entire quarantine for free.
Was it like good food?
Okay.
Or was it just like
It was
freaking,
just a box of like groceries. So, like,
Oh, just
bread
groceries,
and-
okay.
Yeah, like bread and peppers and stuff.
Hey, if
was
university
a
could give that to you
chef.
every week, that'd be dope.
Oh, yeah, that would be sick.
It'd be nice, I mean, I just feel like if there was really an alternative to being able to really stay home and the government to support you fully, a lot more people would actually do it, And
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like if you don't want to wear a mask, don't move from your house. Like you don't have to go anywhere, But if you're gonna go outside, wear a fucking mask. It's not that hard. Like I think we'd be like way past this point, right now if everybody chose to. But
I mean, Ben, have you seen all the really crazy vids, like about anti-mask advocates? Like I've seen this
Oh my
one
God.
clip
Yeah.
in Florida where they said the most stupid arguments ever, like, "Oh, your lungs are created by God. How dare we tarnish them by limiting their usefulness?" Or we're breathing our own CO2, which would poison us and kill us. Like completely unreliable, unscientific, pulled out of your ass facts, so they wouldn't need to wear masks.
I mean, I'd like to
It's
point out.
it's beyond stupid, in my opinion.
no, it's pretty crazy. I've seen a bunch of them already,
Yeah.
and it's like
It's-
you
it's-
can pretty much.
It's weird.
that
People are
person
going
disregard
into
everything.
stores and they're bringing like cards and slips with them, like, "Oh yeah, I'm certified by the government to not wear a mask," and it's just like,
I've seen
why
those.
are you
No,
putting
I've
so
seen
much
those.
time into this?
Thing is, that
Nice.
person's probably wearing a polyester blend shirt, which also
It's,
goes against the will of God. So I mean,
Speaking of that, I actually had a coworker of mine actually has a really bad asthma, and she
Oh.
always carries an inhaler with her. And this customer comes in, he comes with absolutely no mask, right? And he's like, oh yeah, no, I can't wear a mask. I'm, I got asthma. And she's like, oh, and Will said, no shit, where's your inhaler? And it's like, it was like the funniest shit ever because it was like, he's just literally the guy is thinking, oh no, I have asthma. I'm just gonna say I have asthma and I'm good. And this chick would literally wears like her mask for like 10 hours, 12 hours a day on 10, 12-hour shifts. She's wearing her mask and she's not complaining. But you still get people like that apparently, and it's kind of crazy.
have you ever actually like run into any of these people? Because they are fucking insane. I was at the pub with some of my friends before things got really serious and we started staying to ourselves. Yeah, this guy just like is getting kicked out of the pub. And he's just like screaming at the top of his lungs. Like I've never seen someone be so angry.
Was
like,
he
he
drunk?
just-
Probably.
No, he wasn't drunk.
Wait, what?
He got kicked out because they wouldn't let him in because he didn't have a
my
mask.
God, that's crazy.
You have to wear a mask while you're not sat at the table, and then you can take it off while you eat and stuff.
I would understand
yeah.
if you were drunk. You just go hell loose, but that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
I
and that-
mean,
like we were queuing outside to get in because like you have to be socially distanced on the way in, and This guy was just like, "Yo, you're all fucking sheep. You guys fucking wearing the masks, doing what the government tells you." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
What's interesting is that people are getting mad at the masks, but like think about all the other things that the government knows about you and makes you do anyways. Like, what's more a mask gonna be? Come on. Whatever.
Regarding to that subject, I believe in like September, where I lived, the quarantine was lifted for just a short moment because they thought, oh, a second wave or first wave is clear, we can relax a bit. So I went to a few bars with some of my university friends to drink and
would you
relax
still
and
have to wear
whatnot.
masks, or was it just
Yeah.
lifted?
So here's
okay.
when you sat down, you could take off your mask, whatever. It was like normal, but whenever you wanted to get up, would be to talk to someone, talk to one of the waiters, or go to the bathroom, you had to wear a mask. So basically, whenever you sat down, no mask. Whenever you stood up, mask. But the crazy thing is the line had zero social distancing. Like the line because they had a limit. Like, of course, you're not going to have a packed bar like to the limit where everyone's sitting next to each other.
So they had like a line going outside?
Yeah, they had a limit
okay.
of, I believe it was like 40 people, something like that, and had the line outside. But the social distancing on the line, non-existent. Everyone was basically glued together. So it was so counterintuitive. I was like, that makes no sense.
I mean, at that point, it's like you have to know. Nobody's to tell you to, distance yourself a little bit from the one in front of you. It's like, it's not really a hard thing to do. But I just feel like people just.
I feel like the people that don't do it at this point, it's like courtesy. It's like opening the door for someone. You don't. I mean, if you forget to do it, you're kind of a piece of shit. But like, it's just that easy. And it's supposed to be a habit now. Doesn't make
one
sense.
of the craziest things I've seen while going to those bars with my university friends is how careless they were. There was like they're all very intelligent, smart people. Like you speak with them, it makes sense. But the moment they went drinking, like for instance, one guy bought a big container of mojito, I believe, or some drink, some tasty drink, and everyone wanted a taste, so they all drank from the same straw. Then he comes to me, he's like, "Do you want to drink from it?" I'm like, "I'm good for now. I got my own beer. I got my own stuff." Like I was the one that ordered the most, so I didn't need any more alcohol. But everyone was drinking from the same straw, which I found completely ridiculous.
I have to say though, like the people who are going out drinking at this stage are probably not the people who are too worried about contact getting.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a risk level, but then again, there's people that are perfectly fine and they get butt fucked by this virus, absolutely raped, balls to the walls, castrated.
So,
but yeah,
you want to hear something interesting? Currently, where I live in Montreal, which is a really big city. It's one of the biggest cities in Canada, including Vancouver, Toronto, and whatnot. And what they did here is everything is on lockdown currently. You cannot go to the gym, you cannot go to a bar, you cannot go to a restaurant, you cannot go to any place except essentials, so like grocery store, maybe haircut, that kind of thing. But the cases are still increasing, and whenever I go out on the streets, everyone's wearing a mask. Like everyone is being super smart, super safe, super super safe. But the cases are still going up day to day. And what they realized, the people in charge of my province and my city, is that by closing the bars and the restaurants, it really didn't change that much the rate of infection. And now they're thinking of closing the schools, which is a real problem because.
Hold on.
Like,
are you going to in-person university?
No. I'm going online, but the high schools and the elementary schools are all in person.
Wow. So is that like do you guys have the capacity to hold that many kids? Because my school's overcrowded. You go in there will be kids eating outside in the hallway for lunch.
Oh, well, I live in Canada, which is a really big place relative to its population.
Yeah.
So there's enough space to build enough schools, so it's never overcrowded. I've never been to a school which was beyond overcrowded. There's always enough space. Enough room
so
for
social distancing is still there, but obviously it won't work.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You're asking a bunch of 10-year-olds who are beyond stupid and irresponsible to wear a mask, be safe, whatnot. All the infection cases, from my understanding, are coming from kids who are being stupid and then get the virus, give it to their parents go to work, and yada yada yada, and then there's a second wave incoming. That's my understanding of how it works. And so they're thinking of closing the schools, which I think is completely a very smart idea. Because are you really gonna put all of your beliefs that a 10-year-old who puts his finger in his nose and then eats whatever comes out of it is gonna be responsible enough to like wear a mask and deter people from getting corona? No. When I was 10, I used to do the dumbest things. You asked me to be responsible when I was 10, I would just laugh in your face. And we're putting our faith into those people?
Yeah, it's it's like you can't even trust them to stay inside the school. How you gonna trust them to just wear a mask? It's stupid. Like, I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
in
well,
the UK, they
you know
did
what I
something
don't
even.
understand? Why is there so much importance of getting kids back into school? Because I'm doing fine in online school. Like, I don't see that
I
big of
don't
an
know.
issue.
But the thing that
Like,
I
I
thought was great.
understand that there's places that are lower privileged, but their school should be able to at least provide like a $150 Chromebook, you know, and that too
Well, I
Wii,
haven't.
so it's pretty cheap.
I have an answer to that, but Salby wants to say something, so I'll let him go
Yeah,
I
yeah,
first.
go ahead.
was gonna say, like, you were saying how the schools are bringing back a lot of cases. In the UK, they had blamed students, like uni students. They made this scheme called Eat Out to help out, and there's some really dumb memes about that. It's great, but essentially they started making giving like places tax breaks or something. Like I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like they got money for offering like reduced price on like their food. So people were going out to restaurants and stuff to eat, and like students were buying like loads of like McDonald's and then they started blaming us. They were like, "Oh, all these like university students going out like going to restaurants and stuff like causing a second wave." And it's like you literally made a scheme telling us to go out and help out restaurants and make sure that like the restaurant industry doesn't crash, and then like you blame us for the second wave. I just thought it was interesting how like different.
You cut out, man. Oh, did I cut out? Oh, fuck.
How, oof.
I mean, I agree. It's counterintuitive. It makes no sense. I mean, it does logically. It makes sense, but in functionality, it's stupid. It doesn't work. Like, yeah, let's give money to. Oh,
Hello?
it's back. Okay. Yeah, so let's give money to
Okay.
people so we can spend it on businesses so businesses stay alive. But then for businesses to stay alive, people have to put themselves at risk. And by doing so, they might propagate the virus. So it makes sense. Like, I understand what they were trying to do, but in functionality, it just seems so counterintuitive.
Yeah. I wonder, especially in the US, I wonder what's gonna happen with the in January when our new president goes into action.
Oh shit! Yeah, Biden got elected, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
Whole thing.
I mean, there's going to be more of a response compared to last presidency.
I mean, I don't know if you guys want to get political, but have you seen the the whole thing of Trump's wanting to pull troops out of Afghanistan?
I found that hilarious. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie.
it-
I was
I don't-
like,
okay.
essentially what he's doing is he's intentionally going against something that Biden wants to keep. I don't know if Biden necessarily is making too much of a strong point on the Afghanistan thing. I'm not too well versed in the politics, but essentially, if he pulls troops out of Afghanistan, Biden can't put them back in Afghanistan because people will fucking riot. Like going to war after the previous president takes people out of war is like going to be a media shitstorm. So basically, Trump's just putting a big middle finger up to Biden right now.
I could be mistaken, but I've heard that he did other things just to piss off Biden. Like, it's equivalent to a child having a tantrum, but from an outside perspective, like not living in the US, I find it so hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Brett, is everything closed where you are?
Yeah, at the moment we're having
Okay.
a second lockdown. It's good
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Wherever you are, y'all have been doing such a good job.
No, we haven't. We've been doing fucking terribly.
Yeah, but I feel like
No.
compared to at least where Dan lives and us, at least you guys have like sort of the right mindset.
Oh
Sort
no,
of.
Jesus Christ! No one's paying any attention.
Really?
British people have like a whole thing where we really value. It's I mean obviously it's the same sort of thing in America. But, like they value independence. But it's less so in America, where it's more like, oh yeah, freedom, all this stuff. Whereas us, it's more like we sort our own problems, like we don't get other people involved. And so now that the government's telling people to wear masks, people are just getting really pissy about it, and they're like, "Yeah, I do what I want." Yeah. So like, yeah, and then also the first lockdown came way too late. There were already far too many cases, and it was trying to slow them down so they could get the NHS ready. But then we've gone into a second lockdown for some reason, which just makes no sense. It's like the whole point of lockdown is to either delay the cases if they're already too high, so that the healthcare system can catch up and get prepared for new patients, or to
I remember when this first all came down and all of the fucking hospitals were full. Like, they were just handing out medication. This is how you use it. Use it. I can't help you right now. That's how it was. At least now it's obviously it's like fucking 100 times better, dude. What's like your yeah, go on, sorry.
No, you go.
No, go.
I was just saying I've actually forgotten what I was going to say, but
okay, well, fuck.
Yeah. Sorry, just what were you gonna ask?
I was gonna ask, like, are the is like the education where you guys are, is it different that you think it would possibly allow for like social distancing in the classroom, I guess? Like, is there a scenario where that's possible?
Kind of. I mean,
because I know that in my school, I know that my teachers are terrified. They are absolutely terrified of getting this virus because they're old. They're going into the school to teach from there, except for Wednesdays. We have like a weird schedule, and like there's teachers, and they have to take this out of their own budget, right? They're buying like glass dividers and stuff.
Yeah.
And just for like each of the students, and just shielding themselves up. It's crazy, but
for each of the students, man, that's gonna be a lot of money. For
but I mean, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess so. But
I'll give you an example. In one of my classes, we have 150 students. Now, in typical high school classes, which I assume would be similar to yours, you'd have perhaps 30 students. We have 5 times more. Imagine social distancing in a classroom of 150 students. That's semi-impossible unless you take an entire theater field for the class to take place in. It's basically impossible, which is why my classes at the very least are online.
Well, for our classes that weren't online, they did staggered seating, so every like 4th seat there would be a person, and they would use the big lecture halls, and they would rotate the classes. So you would have your class of like, for us, I'm doing an engineering degree, so there's only like 40 of us. But like they staggered it so that there's now like 15 people in a lecture hall at any given point, which can have like it can seat up to like 100 people, so it's like not an issue. But I imagine for schools, like obviously I've not been. I don't really know how they would deal with that.
Yeah.
They're still sending kids to school, which is
bizarre.
Yeah, and I mean, there's also limited budget for every school.
I remember.
Asking for
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, limited budgeting. The teachers are scared of losing budgeting, like especially for the art and music programs. For those, budgeting is a little bit more scarce, obviously, because like math and English, first of all, it doesn't need much. Second of all, at least where I live, a lot of people want to do that more. They put more concentration towards it, even though like the credits and whichever reward you get for doing one or the other, it's the same thing, but that's just how it is. And the teachers are like curving grades and stuff, and they're just like curving grades, not even by a little bit. I'm talking like 15 or 20%. It's crazy. But yeah.
We had something like that, which was fun. We had an exam where the average grade was 7 out of 20.
What's that? 35%. How much did they add? How much did they curve?
I mean, you're in engineering.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, what do you major in?
Oh, I'm also in engineering.
No, okay.
Oh, what kind of engineering do you do?
Software engineering. How about you?
I'm an electrical engineer.
I can never fuck with the ohms and whatnot. I hate those. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yo, same.
Oh, it doesn't make sense to me either. I'm just hoping that nothing blows up that I.
For me,
Dude, after I electrocuted myself plugging in like my computer in 2011 or something, I could not touch like any metal part of a wire ever again, or even
You
like
electrocuted
just a
yourself,
wire.
man.
Yeah, I was
I've
putting in the
myself.
plug, and then my thumb got in the way, and then it made contact with the wall outlet, and I go.
Oh, crazy.
I'm disappointed.
my chat,
Yeah.
my chat's saying, my class average was 40% on a bio test, and we had a curve of like 25 points. So yeah, fucking crazy.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but personally, none of my classes have been curved yet, and there's a
Really?
huge discrepancy of grades. Like myself personally, I consider myself a smart, good student, so my grades are around 90%, sometimes lower, sometimes higher, but the median is 90%. But when they give in the results, I look at what other students have because the teachers are lazy. You just put in an Excel sheet and you can see everyone's grade.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a huge
little
discrepancy. Like,
Little Timmy got a 10%. Everyone shits on him.
Oh no,
well,
they
but
did the same thing for us.
they're smart because they use the student ID. So unless you know someone else's student ID, you don't know who it is. But you're able to see everyone's grade. You just don't know whose grade is whose. But nevertheless, there's a huge discrepancy in grades. Like, so in my physics midterm, I personally got 80%, which I'm happy with because I'm not that great in physics. But I saw the grades. Some people got 95s, 99%. And when I say a few people, I mean at least 20%. And then I look at the other half. Well, not the other half. Well, another part of the class, they got like 5%, 10%, 30%, like
Oh shit.
extremely low grade, 7%. And I guarantee you they're not going to curve the grades because someone's got 99%. What's he going to get? 110? That's impossible. So there's a huge discrepancy and they're just not curving the grades. And it's like this for most of my classes. Like my philosophy class, for the midterm, I got 87%. I asked some people in the group chat how much they got: 62, 61, 63,
Wait, you do
54.
software engineering and philosophy.
It's an elective class.
Do you think that
Ah.
some of those people are definitely cheating because it's at home, easy to cheat?
Oh, definitely. I've heard cases. Well, my parents are keen on listening to the radio, so they've mentioned to me they've heard cases where people actually hire someone else to do the test for you. Someone who's more knowledgeable just sits down and does the test because some of our tests don't have cameras. They don't have anything. It's just you go on a
Oh
website,
yeah.
you do the test, and you're done. So some people do open book. Like I would assume at least have more
Hey, you got the fucking
half,
internet.
half, if not most of the students use the internet and the book during the exam.
Oh yeah.
But there's a minority, which I've heard of, which actually hires someone who's knowledgeable in the field to do the test for you.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that's like a pay-by-pay basis because if that person does good, the next time they know that you're gonna hire them, they're gonna do good the next time. It just keeps going. That's fucking crazy, dude. Do you know how much it costs?
Well, there's also the fact that if they ever caught you, you'd get done for academic fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked.
So,
You're screwed. It's not, it's not something that you're gonna
it's
get away
very
with.
much so
Yeah.
worth doing.
What my university has started implementing, which they've gotten so much negative feedback for, and all the students are against it, and they're pushing towards the elimination of it, is basically they have this program which you install, which is basically a spyware. So it looks at your camera, it looks at your microphone. You're obliged to have a microphone and a camera to do the test. If not, you go to the school and they give you one, and you have to give it back eventually, of course.
Yeah.
But
So
it looks for your camera, it looks at your microphone, it looks at your keybinds, it looks at the programs on your computer, it looks at the open files on your computer.
oh Jesus.
So it basically has access to all your information. And based on some algorithm, probably AI, it can detect cheating. So say I do a test and I look to my left 4 times. Could be my mom entering my room. Could be my cat being stupid. Could be me cheating. Nevertheless, I look to my left 4 times because I have a second monitor. They might assume, oh, he's cheating. And so they're going to kick me from the test. And I've heard a lot of students who actually got kicked and could not get back into the test and just failed it.
wait, so they don't give you
Jesus,
like?
fucking
I mean, yeah,
strange.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So you could have revised like a champion. You could know the material like a champion. If the AI thinks you're cheating, even if you're not, you might fail. So when my parents ask me how I'm doing in university, I always tell them I don't know. Why? Because I could be doing great, just like could be failing. Like it's all random. Like maybe the program's gonna be like, not today, champion, and just give me a 0. I don't know.
So what I'm thinking is it legal to do that? Because
Yes.
I know that here so we get issued. If I can show it to you right now, I'll cover this. We get
I mean,
issued
with-
MacBooks, and these things have like freaking they have the same thing. It's called a classroom relay, and what it does is just relays your whole entire desktop to the teacher. The only thing is that the teacher my chat's just shitting on them right now, the MacBooks. Anyways, these fucking things turn into nuclear weapons. You can throw them at someone and they'll get burned. It's that simple. I think in a couple, like 2 years ago, I was sitting with someone on the bus, and then we heard like something smoking, and it wasn't the MacBook. It was actually the bag. So yeah. Anyways, they have the same
Apple
thing.
fan, by the way.
What's up?
Apple fans, by the way. They're gonna get all
Bro.
mad now. How dare you insult my MacBook?
Anyways,
How dare you insult my iPhone?
yeah, fucking hell, dude. Apple's the Apple tax, honestly.
But yeah,
Anyways.
you know how you questioned like the legality of it. I imagine it's sort of like
So yeah. So
a
they
voluntary thing by accepting like the terms and like attending this course and like being part of the university. You just automatically agree to all shit. Like
yeah, but I think it could be different with public schooling because a university is a private schooling technically,
Yeah.
right?
Well-
And one thing is that a lot of my teachers, they say, okay, I'm not going to use this because if this whole because it's borderline illegal for some reason. I know that there was a school that did it and they accidentally got child porn because the webcam was being recorded and the student had it open while they were changing. Just stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, to add on to what Sabi mentioned earlier, at the university I go to, there's a course outline which you can look at before taking a course to have an idea of what the course is about. And typically in the description, it's going to tell you, do you use the program or do you not? And specifically, if you use the program, they're going to tell you, if you don't want to use it, just change course. But unfortunately, sometimes that class is the only one available for that specific course. Say you're taking, I don't know, I'm going to say a random class, Math 204, let's say it's calculus. And a teacher wants you to use it, and say in the description it says, if you don't want to use it, just find a different teacher. Well, what happens if he's the only teacher? Well, then you're kind of screwed. You have to use it. And it's happened to me. Like, I've had classes where all the teachers wanted to use it, and all of them said, well, if you don't want to use it, find a different teacher. I'm like, I wish, man, I wish.
Yeah, it's crazy. Especially with school, because everything's just like fucked, sorta.
I mean,
Wait, hold on. Is that program? My chat asked a question just to clarify. Is that question? Fuck. Is that software on personal computers? Like
Yeah,
the one that
it's
you're
on a
playing
personal
on right
computer.
now? Talking to me on right now. What? Okay, that's kind of.
Yeah, that's not a huge invasion of privacy. So say I have some.
And you don't really have a choice not to use it.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
like
the
I
only,
said,
the only way
like I
you
said,
could get around
oh,
using the only way you could get
go
around
ahead, go
using
ahead.
a program like that is by using one of the university's laptops. You can normally, from my university at least, you can like access free laptops from a locker. You book them out for like so long. You go to the locker, punch a code, and you've got that laptop for like 3 hours or whatever, and you can use that. But and they'll if it's like course specific, they'll have laptops that have all of your stuff installed on it for that course.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's actually pog. Now,
Well,
why don't we just use a virtual machine?
Well, here's the thing. That program, I don't know how it works. I don't know its documentation. I don't know its algorithm. So I didn't reverse engineer it because that'd be a huge waste of time for me personally.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's able to detect if it's in a VM. And
I would
if a
imagine
VM is
it
a
wouldn't
VM
be hard.
Yeah, I
no,
imagine it would.
using a VM is super easy. Detecting a VM it's doable. Like it's very doable. So if it is able to detect it's in a VM, it might send a warning and give me a 0. Hell, it might send a warning and say this student is for sure cheating. What kind of student will use a VM to do a test? And I could get kicked out of the university for it. So it's not a risk I'm willing to take. I'm confident in my skills when it comes to doing tests and studying. So it's not a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah. Yeah. I
There's
mean,
really no way out of it, really. You have to go along with it because, otherwise they're just going to tell you find another class, find another teacher. And there's no other classes, no other teachers. So you kind of got to just go along with it and just hope for the best that, the algorithm's not going to say, okay, you looked at your left for like 4 times.
bro,
now.
that shit's
You
as
failed.
unpredictable as a fucking YouTube algorithm.
It's pretty bad.
All right, Ben, I'll give you another example. it looks also on your keystrokes on your computer. So say you have a cat, and that shit jumps on your keyboard,
Oh,
like
fuck.
every cat does, and it smashes a ton of keys. And then you look at the cat, and you're like, get the fuck off my keyboard. These two actions could be considered as cheating. Your cat just jumps, presses a ton of keys, and then you look down. Oh, maybe alt tab, maybe he cheated, maybe he did this, maybe he did that, maybe there's a notebook under his chair. Who knows? But could be cheating. Warning.
Damn. Is your cat up right now?
I don't have a cat, but it's an
Okay.
example.
Yeah, be
Oh,
thankful
okay,
you don't have
alright.
a cat.
Yeah, and if you did have a
I'm
cat,
on a
you'd have
cat.
to get cat cam ready. So.
I'm allergic to them, so trust me, I'm very thankful.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, I thought it was interesting. You said that you've taken like an elective psychology. Do you do like classes, like individual classes? You take like a software engineering 101, and you can just continue that to get a degree out of that. How does that actually work?
Well, basically, there's a document for most classes which tell you which classes they recommend you taking. So basically, they create your own schedule. Of course, you can talk with your advisor, and they can tell you, oh, you can choose between these 7 classes for which give you the same amount of credits and work for you. So you can take AI just as you can take, I don't know, video game creation, something I will never take because fuck that field. But
What?
like, you have
What's
the
wrong with
options.
video game creation?
I'll get to it in a second. But
Okay.
you have all the options. But personally, me, I'm just following the schedule they recommend the base on, because it's a bunch of experts, engineers who probably did that schedule. I don't know. I'm assuming. So I'm gonna take the word for it because you're probably more knowledgeable than I am currently. Now to answer your question, what's wrong with video game design? You work so many
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
Your
Okay.
pay is
Yeah,
shit. You're
they
basically
really
a slave.
overwork you. Yeah.
Yeah, you can work up to 70 hours a week and get paid half the wage I normally would for working 35 hours a week. Just keep that in mind. And if you have any complaints, they'll just fire you because there's so many kids whose dream is to work in video games that they got like 200
They have somebody
applicants
to
waiting.
replace you.
Yeah, they have 200 applicants waiting at any moment. So you're giving them any form of trouble. Goodbye. We're just gonna hire someone else. He's gonna be more than happy to work for us.
Oh, man,
wow.
like video games programmers and design like really need to start unionizing. I feel for some reason in America, like unionizing is considered like dirty. It's like, but it's like the mistreatment
It's
of
yeah. It's because I remember long ago in the galaxy far away, fucking they had like an oil monopoly and then everything just ate shit, so they kind of don't like it. It's kind of gotten universally unions are fucked. But yeah.
It's like unions are objectively just a good thing. There's only actually one case I can think of in which a union has been like objectively bad, and that's police unions because it gives them far too much power to just do whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
want and have no
I
repercussions.
guess.
But
Yeah.
it's like it's really conflicting me because obviously I'm someone who likes games a lot with Cyberpunk. Like the
Yeah,
crunch
and
on
I
that
would
game
love to
so
help work on them, but there's always like a risk. Not a risk, but there's like the downsides and the upsides, and
Mm.
obviously the downsides are gonna outweigh the upsides. But if it's by too much, whatever.
Like, to give you a counter example, in working as a video game developer, you'll have no free time. You'd have to sacrifice either social life or sleep to finish your work. You'd get paid so dirt, and you'd have a minimum amount of respect given to you by your superiors. Well, me, I worked in different fields. I did front end, I did back end, I did databases, I did a lot of things. Like, I actually worked in the fields, and I had so much leeway. Everyone saw me as an equal. I could decide my own schedule. My boss told me as long as the work is done by the time I want it, you get paid and there's no complaints. And I love that. So one time mid work, I told my boss I have a dentist appointment. He's like, "Are you coming back?" I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "Are you gonna finish your work by the end of the week?" Yes. Okay, have fun. That is such free
Wait.
leeway.
So would you get paid by the hour, or was it like freelance?
salary, I would.
It was salaried. So there were days, though they were rare, where I would work from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. because I had a huge, like, I was either late on my work or had a huge project due. But for most days, realistically, I worked from 8 to 9 a.m. to 3 or 4 p.m., sometimes 1 or 2 p.m. when I finished my work early or I was tired and I didn't feel productive. And honestly, that made me work better because what's the point of working if you're not working efficiently?
Yeah. Yeah, I was always thinking about video game creation because that's I'm working on a course for that, but like where it looks, where is it going, how it is right now, at least, not the best.
Well,
Well,
Definitely
software
not
and
a
programming
all-right job.
is like it's prevalent in everything in this day and age. You can't really go wrong with learning to code. You can always,
Well, yeah,
you
you
know,
can always just
decide.
transfer it over to somewhere else.
Yeah,
Or
and the thing that I love most about programming, because even as an electrical engineer, we have a lot of like, for example, like microchips and stuff like that. We program those, so we have some basic like coding knowledge. You can transfer that knowledge into other things. All coding has the same set of like principles or like basic ideas behind it. It's just about specifically applying them to your new environment. So once you've got good at a language, if you can use that language in the field you want to like move into, it doesn't take too long to get.
I'd like to add something to that point because I'm a software engineer, so my job is mainly 90% coding. Like a lot of my job is coding basically. And honestly, at my first job, what my boss told me, which was he's a man I respect tremendously. He was very smart, the smartest programmer I've ever known. Very generous, he emphasized with his I'm gonna say underlings, his employees. He was a great man, and what he told me is basically when you learn to code in one language, you learn to code in all the languages because coding is always coding. Coding is always the same thing. 1 + 1 = 2. If you're in
it's just,
Python, if
yeah,
you're
it's
in
like a
Java,
different
it's
language.
always 1 + 1 = 2. The only difference is the syntax. So once you get an understanding of the syntax, how the language works by itself, basically all your knowledge transfers over. When you can learn in one language, when you can code in one language, you can code in all the languages.
I think the only
Yeah.
real sort of thing about that's like the shorthand changes quite a lot.
Yeah, I know that our education systems across countries are very different. When did you guys start learning how to fucking code shit? Well, not code shit, but when did you see it becoming like you were not doing it to just learn it, even though that's mostly the case, but it was like, I'm gonna learn this to get a degree so that I can show it to someone and then they'll hire me and then stuff like that.
You want to go first, Obi?
Sure, yeah. Well, for me personally, uh, I just sort of fell into this degree. Unlike a lot of people, where they'll have a very specific plan or something that they really wanted to do. I went to a pretty good school for the UK where it was like a technical school, so we had
Was that like your
lathes and
high
milling
school,
machines.
your middle school, your
Yeah, so for us, we have like primary, secondary, and then you do college or sixth form, which is like the
Oh,
end, like the
Jesus.
last. Yeah, so that's like the last couple of years of high school because we specialize really early. So you get to pick.
Wait, don't you guys become like an adult at 17 there?
18.
I thought it was at 17. I'm just going off of Harry Potter, dude.
Nah,
No,
17.
just
okay.
certain countries are 16 or 17. Yeah, but no.
My
I
chat
mean,
is
it
saying
depends.
a technical school is
That's the
basically a
HK.
trade school.
Well, it depends on what you. Well, for I didn't really know how to describe it. So basically, it just means that we have facilities that most schools don't. So we have lathes, milling machines, engineering tools, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like most schools can't afford stuff like that, but we've been given like the school had been given a grant by the government to specifically fund education in STEM fields. So we had access to like a really good high tech IT lab. We had access to like milling machines, lathes, stuff they used to like work metal and wood with. So from like I don't really know what grade it would be in high school, but for like when I was like I don't know, like 14 to 16, we could start using machinery to like craft like like actually shape metal and do stuff. Like I built lots of stuff. I hand machined a bottle opener. Like I machined all the pieces out, cut the steel out, made a wooden handle, fitted it on, all that stuff.
Hold on. How old were you when you like first started doing that?
Like 14, 15, something like
What
that.
the dude? They don't even trust us with like
It's
a
pretty heavy.
knife.
Well, it's very heavily, monitored and stuff. Like you have a guy who's like literally stood behind you, making sure you don't stick your hand in the machines. But yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's still dangerous as fuck, but
Yeah.
it's the kind of danger where it's like you can't really get much safer than going to be dangerous, no matter
Yeah.
how old you are, no matter. Because like this one kid, stuck, like so one on like a milling machine, you have like sorry, not the mill. You have like a dock that holds the material that spins, and then you have tools that you push into the steel, like a drill bit. The drill's stationary, and the material is spinning. And this guy rammed the tool bit all the way into the spinning part. So not the material, but like into the chuck that holds the material in place, and ripped the entire tool off the bed of the machine. It made like the loudest fucking bang I've ever heard in my life. And this piece of like this metal, like chunk of metal that's like the size of like your head just comes flying up into the air and slams down on the ground next to him, which is like, Jesus Christ, he died.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah.
From
I
a
mean,
14, 15-year-old, I'm not surprised.
But
Okay.
yeah, and then I just sort of fell into the engineering. Like I did well in all my stuff. I applied through the system to go into university. So I'm currently on my second year out of studying for a degree, and we did the coding stuff second year.
what about
Is it something you guys saw yourselves doing, like previously?
Yeah,
Is,
yeah.
you know,
So
a year
like,
back
did you
before
see
enrolled,
anything?
actually?
Did you like see anything before you started getting into machine whatever the fuck electrical
machining, yeah.
engineering? I just
Machinery.
started calling it
Electrical engineering.
machines.
Ah,
Yeah. Or
I-
was it like you just never had a plan?
Yeah, I just never had a plan. I was just like, fuck it, I've got good grades, I'll go to university, I'll do something. I picked what I picked because it's really broad. You can do, it's the same thing with like programming. Like, if you know how circuits work, you can pretty much apply that to anything. Like, I could work on planes if I wanted to, I could work on computers, I could work on phones. Anything that's got electronic components in it, you can work on.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Dan?
So can you repeat the question? What got me into it, or how did I like? What
do,
was
do you
that?
see yourself?
Both,
do
I
you
guess.
see yourself like going into that? You know.
So I'll just give you a quick rundown of my path towards software engineering. So when I was a kid, like 14, 15, I was a complete dumbass, okay? And I loved to talk with people. Like trolling was my passion. So I would do these scripts on Windows. It's called a bat script. It's basically you do it in a
Yeah,
CMD
bad scripts.
window.
I use them
Anyone
all
can
the
do
time
it.
just to open fucking shit in quick
Yeah,
succession.
anyone can do them. It's really
Yeah.
fun. I used to do them, and I basically made it look like your computer got hacked. Like basically, it would keep looping a message, like stealing credit card
yeah.
information with random numbers, making it look like it's from the Matrix. I
Oh,
scared my
yeah.
dad. I scared my mom. I scared my brother. It was hilarious. And ever since as a kid, I was always a huge fucking nerd. Like I love D&D. I love video games. I'm really good at video games. I love computers. I love technology. So like from the get-go, I had an interest in computer science. So here where I live in Quebec, there's something called CEGEP. So basically, the end of your high school career is kind of mixed with community college. So starting at the age of 16, I'm not exactly sure what grade it is, until 18 or 19, depending on the program you take, you do pre-university, well, not pre-university classes to prepare you in a university field. So you can go in science, you can go in nursing, you can go in computer science, you can go in law, you can go in sociology. There's all these different fields. Some of them are 2-year and they're entirely pre-university. So once you get the degree, you have to go to university, or else it's basically like it's basically like you have a high school diploma. And then there's the 3-year one, which is what I did in computer science, or basically after you finish it, you can either go work directly or you can go to university. So personally, I worked for a year. I did different tasks in different companies. I tried to get some experience, and I quickly realized that all my superiors were working much less than me, were making much more than me, and they all had the university degree. So I'm telling myself, there's a logical connection here. So I told myself, they're all engineers, they're all getting paid way more, they're all working way less. Do I want to work more and make less in my life? Yes. So then I decided I'll go to university, and here I am in first year in engineering. But I do have some background knowledge and experience because I've worked and I've studied the field for 3 years. So it's not like I'm going in university as an software engineering student blind. Like I have 4 years of programming experience, both professionally and academically behind me.
So when you say professionally, was that through your school?
No. I had a job. So on the last semester of the 3-year program, which I took in computer science.
Wait. How old were you when this happened?
I finished high school when I was 15 because I skipped a few years.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, that's fucking dope.
I did my program from 15 to 18. I took a year off to relax, do whatever. Then I worked for a year. So now I'm 20 and I'm in university. So year off, 18, 19, working 19, 20. And yeah, so the last semester of your 3-year program, you have to have an internship. It's unpaid. Well, sometimes it's paid. Mine was unpaid. It's unpaid. I did the internship, and they loved me so much. They said, "You did such a great job. We're gonna hire you." So then they hired me after, and I worked for a year with them. They were a small startup, so they had a few programmers. So rather than focus on one field, I had to do every field. I had to do front end, back end, databases, Python scripts, how's it called? Sprint, the Java library to connect to a database and make things more
Java.
efficient. I forgot it's called, but yeah, that's what happened.
I cannot understand
nice, though.
Python. No matter how hard I try, it just does not stick with me.
Oh, if you don't like Python, you're not gonna
I'm cool with
It's
Java.
one of the
I'm cool with C
easiest
Sharp. I'm
languages.
cool with C++. I don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
damn.
But Python's AIDS.
Which is
Python
weird.
is-
That's like the opposite of what everyone says.
Yeah,
Really?
because it's so
Alright.
lightweight.
Python's
It's so lightweight.
difficult for
It's
me.
so it's
Whenever
so
I try to work with a
lightweight, like, you
library,
don't-
I can't like manipulate it like with Java or C++. It doesn't go through like I can't just fucking pour it in a cup, slap a lid over it, call it done. Like, it's so weird. I don't know.
Well, honestly, I just think it's a question of experience. Like,
Yeah.
how long have you been coding for?
I've always been on computers since a long time. Since I was out of the womb for all I fucking care, dude. But
That coding.
coding. C Sharp, I
That's
started
new.
learning it for Unity. So maybe like a couple of months ago. And then
Okay.
I think Java I learned last year, but I don't use it as much. But yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna say. It took me 2 years of hardcore programming every single day to be able to go to a level where I felt comfortable. So of course, jumping in a new language without having a full understanding of programming, it's going to be difficult. And it's going to be like that with anything else because it's a new language, it's a new setting, and you're not entirely used to the idea of programming. It's just a question of experience, honestly.
All right. Yeah.
To be honest,
Then,
I only have a very basic understanding of programming. You're probably on the same sort of level as I am.
Really?
'cause-
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
our
because you're doing
programming-
electrical engineering. Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
so it's more about the circuitry and
Do
the
you still
theories
have to
like that.
code things? Do you still
Yeah,
do that?
so hang on, I can't remember what it's called now, but STM32. There you go. I program one of these bad boys for my course. I'll put it in the Discord so you can like put it up
Yeah,
on
sure,
the screen
sure.
if you want. But it's very simplistic stuff. Like it's not actually.
Hold on, did you slap it in
programming
the
with-
Discord? I'm on full screen for.
I'm
recording.
going to in a second. I'm
Okay.
just trying to get the picture.
Yeah.
It's not liking that picture. But basically, it's like a board that has like little pins, like pinouts in it. So when I say I'm programming, it's not really like I've got like a document open and I'm specifically writing code to like open windows and stuff like that. Like it's a pre-existing thing with libraries, and you're calling functions and programs that someone's already written for you in order to get stuff to work. So it's like, I don't know if you've used Arduinos at all.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever played around with one of them? But they're basically Arduinos, but for like adults.
All right.
I mean, I say that like Arduino isn't like Arduinos are powerful. They're actually pretty good piece of kit.
Yeah.
But,
and like if you fucking fry one or whatever, it's not the end of the world.
yeah.
It's only a couple of bucks.
In fact,
Usually
I'm
less than
working.
$1. Yeah.
I'm working my final year project. I'm using something called a WeMOS D1 Mini, which is like a little chip that has like Arduino support. I use the IDE program that.
Yeah. One thing. I know that my father, he works to make SQL databases. He's been doing it for a long time. He learned binary back when you had to create software out of binary, and
Jesus Christ.
yeah, and like he always tells me learn a language but don't use it forever because fucking visual scripting. How do you guys feel about that? You think it's gonna be a thing? You think it's as powerful as regular scripting? Because that's what I'm seeing everywhere. Like Unity, Reddit. Unity released one of a visual scripting tool. They say that it's pretty much the same thing, just faster? Like, how do you guys think?
No, it's never gonna work.
No, really?
The thing about
All right.
programming is you control everything. You can make everything the way you want it to be. Or it's a creative field of work because there's an infinite amount of ways in which you can make something work. There's optimized ways which people recommend you to take, but realistically speaking, there's an infinite amount of ways you can do something work. So with those scripting tools that make it easier, what you gain is like an easier understanding of how it works and an easier time putting it all together. But what you lose is that creativity and that what's the word I'm looking for? That option to change things as you want, to tweak them exactly as you want. So I don't think it's ever going to work because every scenario is different. A company A might need a specific product, while company B might need something very similar
Yeah.
with a small discrepancy.
Yeah. So here's the thing with visual scripting. How at least Unity is saying fuck you to that argument is that they're saying that visual scripting, if you make a software out of visual scripting, you can still go back into the file and you can change the code however you want. Each block transfers to legit code. So,
Well, in that case, you're just working twice as much for no reason. Like you're gonna do it on the visual scripting, then you're gonna have to go back again and inspect it in code. Well, someone who's knowledgeable in code might be able to do it on one try, which would theoretically make it faster, and
oh,
he'd be able to optimize it the way he wants, and he'd be able
okay.
to do it exactly the way he wants, or then do it on Visual Studio and tweak it so it works in the way he wants.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
There shows a more efficient way to do it. So
Ben,
it's a more efficient way of doing it,
what
but
do
it's
you
not
do?
a more modular way of doing it. Like it doesn't work in the long term. It works in a short term. In
Yeah.
a short term, it's amazing. In the long term, it doesn't work.
Ben, what do you do?
what do I do? I work in the booming what would I call it? I work in a booming industry, you could say.
All right. Man's
You
being
can
a
guess what that
hitman.
is?
What is it?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely the hitman part. No, I work in I just work in food service. You know, I do study other things on the side and whatnot. Don't really want to dive too much into that. That's not, it's not very important. I try to dedicate some time on my day to study languages and whatnot. Mostly just reading them, and hopefully in a couple of years get myself some, become a translator or something.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it.
Britt,
There's not much else going on in my life right now.
Yeah, so chat, this is what the fucking thing is. What is this, Britt? Oh, he said that he was gonna go to the restroom. All right. Oh, he's back. Yo, Britt, can you explain what this chip is?
With the board that I put in the chat or the Wii.
The board in the chat.
Oh, so that's it's the STM32 delivery kit. So it's like a little board that comes with an ARM processor on it. So that little black chip in the middle of the thing is an ARM microprocessor, and you that's what you're programming. So you're writing C code that goes onto that, and it allows like stuff to do things. It's hard to describe exactly how it works, but essentially all of these little circuit, like the little pins on the side, all go to little traces on the underside of the board to the chip, and then the chip has like a clock in it already and stuff like that, so you can run programs on it to activate the pins. Like it has ADC readings. Like you can say I've got a thermistor, which is like a resistor that uses temperature to change the resistance. It'll let you do an AC readout of that. So you put that across the pins, and then it'll tell you the exact value that resistor's putting out, or like the voltage across it.
Okay.
So you can use that to detect temperature and stuff. And it just lets you really, really easily.
So you work with that, or you work on it?
Well, I work on it.
Oh, okay.
I also work with it. It's like I'll do circuits and like.
How did you get to creating a chip like that?
Well, we don't make it like that. That chip comes pre-made. That you're just given it.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that you were fucking producing this shit, and I was like, oh,
no,
shit.
no. So this is a board that's commercially available. Like, you can just go on eBay or Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Buy one.
Alright.
It's from a company called STM Microelectronics. And yeah, it's like a mass-produced development kit that they use to teach people how to use those processors. But the processor itself, like the little black chip in the middle, that stuff's dirt cheap. You can buy those like 20p or like 5p or something like that. Like, it's like literal cents.
Wait. When you mean p, do you mean pounds? I'm confused.
Yeah, pence. So like,
that's funny. Pence
so, like,
and pounds. How do you guys abbreviate that stuff? Holy crap!
Well, the pound is its own symbol. Like the dollar has like the weird S with the line through it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Whereas pence
So
is
I was
literally just
confused with p, because like it's the
basically
same thing.
for like 10 cents or whatever, you can buy one of those, and if you get loads of them in one go, you mass produce them, so you can just stick them on anything. And
honestly, it looks very similar to a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, it's essentially the same sort of thing.
Is it cheaper or more expensive?
Cheaper, just because it doesn't. A Raspberry Pi basically functions as an actual computer, more or less.
Yeah.
Whereas this literally just is a code running machine.
Okay.
It'd be like having an old DOS terminal or something. All it can do is run programs. It can't. You have to add stuff to it and program the capabilities in if you want it to be able to do other stuff.
Yeah, did it go on?
No, I was just gonna say they're pretty neat pieces of kit. I don't know if you use anything similar to that.
Yeah, alright. Does anyone have anything else to say? Because we're right at 1 hour. A little more, actually. Time fucking fly. Ben, you're muted.
Ben, you're muted.
Fucking hell, dude.
Man, I have nothing to say, man. I mean, I've just been listening to you guys talking about coding. I mean, I've learned probably more about coding in an hour and more than in like, a couple months. So.
There you go.
I mean, what do you
yeah,
do?
it's the fucking future.
I'm actually nowhere in that field at all. I've dabbled into it. I mean, I've tried to get into it every now and then, but never really thought about it much. But I might actually take a look into it.
What would you say is like your thing?
My thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, at least right now. Because I don't have a thing. I'm not in a job, right? But I could still say that I have a thing.
I mean, definitely. For me, it's just about, just putting money aside. Well, trying to. This pandemic doesn't, get me all broke because, having to continuously go for my savings. But just, become an entrepreneur, open up my businesses, whatnot. Double into learning more languages, trying to get money from that as well. Just trying to get into different fields. Try to get
really interesting.
Like,
do you have any like concepts as to like businesses that you'd be interested in trying to start up?
For better or worse, I've done a lot of not just fast food, but I've worked in restaurants. I worked in an Italian restaurant for a couple of years.
So if you wanted to run one, you would.
I've done managerial. I've done managerial tasks. I've been a manager for different places. So for me, it's like I have this plan in motion where it's like, okay, my family wants to open up a business. All of us together. Rent a place in a couple of years, get it going. Sure, it takes a lot of the stages takes years to take off.
Yeah.
But just all that previous experience, I'm hoping it helps us carry over a little bit and just better laps in general. It's honestly kind of aggravating when you work for a lot of people for so long that you start wondering, hey, I'm gonna just do my thing. I'm gonna open up my business. I have my own goals set in place, and see where this takes us. Like it's pretty much it.
Is the main reason that you've not necessarily started that is like startup capital? You just need the money to actually begin.
No, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean,
it takes a lot of money to start a business.
I've been traveling.
You never know when it's just gonna eat shit. So
exactly. I've been traveling around the last couple of years.
Britt's a gambler.
Ooh. Oh, it's like it's like 30. I mean, I don't know how much it would be in terms of dollars, but it's like £30 here to start.
It depends on it depends on location, and maybe a little bit of
Really,
space,
yeah.
but really just location.
But like, just to get all the paperwork done, it's like 30 quid. That's it. That's all you need.
30
But then
quid.
in order to actually,
No, it's pretty.
£30,
It's
but then
the
to
paperwork and
invest,
everything. You know, it's relatively cheap. It's not too bad. It really depends. I mean, in the states, it really depends on the state you're living in. I mean, I've been able to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately enough, then I've been able to move around states. I've been able to live, you know, in New York and California, Utah, Colorado. I'm living in the South now, so I've been able to kind of take bits and pieces from every state and just kind of like delegate and be like, okay, well, this is probably the best place to open up, places like the South, places like probably the states right in the middle, like mountain and central area. It's not a bad place to open up since you know you're catering to an audience of locals. You're catering to an audience of people that have other types of businesses that need a quick bite, that need to get something done, and they just need to do a quick stop before having to head back into work. I'm more than used to 12-hour shifts every day. I'm more than used to that whole grind and process that everybody goes through.
Yeah, you definitely have the
So
work ethic, if anything.
Mhm.
The only
So
I think that the
yeah.
only thing that will fail you would probably be like outside stimuli, just fucking, I don't know, policy
You definitely
change.
have to pick your audience. You definitely have to find a place where there's people are like coming through every day.
Yeah.
Really finding a place is very key into actually getting things done. Even then, I've seen like businesses that are even despite the current circumstances, they're doing pretty good, and they're more I wouldn't call them remote locations, but more of like a middle in between term, and they're still doing pretty good because they already have that that audience. They already have their usual customers coming in pretty much every day to get their product. And if you set the right prices, if you're not like really jacking people off their money just because, and people know this, and you're providing a good service, then customers keep coming back. And in this industry, you're going to deal with a lot of people, a lot of problematic customers telling you, I don't like it this way, I don't like it that way. It's really a matter of how you double into that, how you deal with these people in a in a polite manner that they'll still come back. Because I've had to deal with that, as manager, I had to deal with that plenty of times, and those people still come back. They still come back and purchase product because they like it, and at the end of the day, they don't have to apologize to you because they're a customer, but they know that if they're really wrong, they know they're wrong, and they'll just keep coming back because some of them feel like they owe you that much, and others feel like I don't give a damn. I'm going to come back the next day. I might forget that even happened, But it's kind of an exciting thing, really. It's a lot of work, a lot of finances to handle, and
Yeah, I never really thought
yeah,
about it that
you
way.
gotta
Like you're
take a leap
kind
of
of
faith.
winning an audience. Because for me, it's a trivial thing. Head over to Walmart, grab a snack, come back home. It's as simple as that for me. But yeah, that's pretty
Well,
cool.
no, it's brand recognition. Like, say you go to a local brewery your entire life, you're gonna have an emotional attachment to it,
Oh,
just
yeah.
as you would with any other place. Or like McDonald's. Say as a kid, your parents would always take you to McDonald's if you had good grades.
Fuck yeah, bro. Subway.
That-
Subway. Subway was
Fuck it,
pog.
Subway.
Subway was
Subway.
pog, bro. We used to own a Subway in New Jersey. I'm not even kidding. At least like every day, at any given point, there would be at least like 40 people in there, and it was a big it was a restaurant. If you guys don't know what that is, Subway. It's not a train station. It's not a train station.
And he's gone.
Oh, I'm
This
gone?
man's seen a ghost.
Wait, am I
This man's
gone?
seen a ghost, but
Oh crap.
Bro.
Hello, what happened?
Well, there
What happened?
Podcast.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Did you guys hear anything I was saying?
No,
No, we don't.
Okay, yeah, I was yelling about how Subway's pog. Subway like the restaurant,
yeah.
Brit. I don't know if you have Subway out there, but
Yeah, we definitely have Subway.
oh, okay.
Bro.
Alright.
Definitely. I mean, Subway is kind of worldwide.
Yeah, it's always worldwide, man. It's like McDonald's. Like, yeah, like say.
Well, I
like
don't
a
know if
kid-
it's like McDonald's. They come out and they make the food in front of you.
Bruh,
Dude, it's
we have
crazy.
Taco Bell
Subway
and Dunkin'
employees are
Donuts now.
pog. Okay, so when we used to own a Subway, right? On the back of the freaking windshield, right? To like so that you look through to get your food being made, they have like a slip, and it tells them this is how many olives you put, this is how many whatever you put on the sandwich for each type of vegetable, each type of meat. There's a certain amount they're supposed to put. Subway employees, they just do like 3 times that. It's fucking great, dude.
Dude,
You're not getting ripped off at all. In fact, you're getting great value.
One time I went to a Subway's.
Also losing money in that sense, but
One time I went to a Subway's. I think it was like literally like 2 days before the quarantine started, and the guy was having a shit day. So I'm just chatting with him, like having a good time. Like we're chatting. He sees me in my work uniform. He's like, "Oh, what you doing?" I'm doing this. I'm doing that. What about you? Like, just shit chatting. The guy was super nice. He gave me so many fucking. I asked for how is it called? Bacon BLT. I asked for a BLT.
BLT, yeah.
Yeah, the guy gave me so much fucking bacon, and at the end of it, he just gave me a card with a free meal for the next time because you like me so much. I'm like, yo, this is a service you do not get at McDonald's.
Wait, hold on. They're doing free meal cards.
Well, the one he gave me was free. There was one free, like it was a lot of coupons. It was like one free meal, one like buy one 6-inch, get another 6-inch.
I didn't know that they started doing coupons. I know this was like, God knows, maybe like
we get, like, big
7
coupons
years
in
ago.
university
Like if people brought in coupons, they never actually used to do coupons. So I remember one time someone brought in a coupon, and my mother, who at the time was running the whole thing, she had to tell them like, yo, this coupon is not real, and they just wouldn't give a shit. They just wouldn't care. They want their food. I don't know.
When I was 14, I was a little shit, so I wanted a coupon. They never took the coupon. Like, you just showed them the coupon, they're like, okay, whatever. So I used the same coupon for like 2 years, I think.
We used to get like big, I don't know if
They don't
you
care.
remember,
Bro, that's great.
Like university had like these books of like coupons that they would give you. So like when you start studying, they're like, oh yeah, students are poor, they need coupons. So you give them a book full of. Like,
Are they like for textbooks, or are they just for like random shit that you don't need?
It's just like a little booklet that just has like loads of
okay.
for like my university, it's like local business.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
speaking of
okay.
coupons,
Yeah, no, that makes
do you guys
sense.
know? You guys know how, like, I mean, especially here in the States, I feel like companies like McDonald's, Burger King, they always send like coupons. Like, especially Burger King, I think sends like a lot of coupons. Like,
Oh
monthly.
yeah, in
They
the
always do
mail.
that.
Yeah.
You always
Yeah,
get some in the mail. Yeah,
You- you're
and
good?
you realize how they have these little codes at the top. Because normally when you give the coupon, some people would just take the coupon and not say anything. But for most of the time, going through the drive-thru, you're doing something like that. Yeah, so what's the coupon number? And it's like 4 digits on the top right of it or top left of it. Right?
Oh yeah.
These same digits, they can change a couple months. However, a lot of times they're the exact same, and those same digit codes, they're still on that business computer. So like, even if it's something that's not even
spreading
on
hacks
season right now, even if it's something that's not on season right now, that system can tell what that item is, and they can still technically sell it to you if they have that item on the store. Like, say it was some kind of like, oh, it's 2 ice creams for like $3, or like it's like a small fries for like $1. Instead of like those little value packages that are like just small ass fuck. Like, you can't do anything with that. There's like a bunch of like really neat codes, and a lot of people collect those over the years, and they come back to the stores and say, you know what, this is my code is 6172 or 5971, and it's some random ass code that you've never heard of. Like, I had a friend of mine who had a code from like 2-3 years ago, and it was still working, and it was basically like 4 Big Macs, 4 cheeseburgers, a bunch of stuff like that, and it was only for like $20, and it was like like 12 different burgers, which was really crazy. But not anybody knows those kinds of codes, and a lot of times, sometimes, like, depending on the managers, they'll be like, no, we're not gonna take that code because it's outdated. But other times they'll be like, I don't give a fuck, I'm getting paid minimum wage anyway, here you go.
Dude, imagine motherfucker just like fucking goes from drive-through to drive-through with like 12 years of just enough coupons to get you 3 meals. Goes across state. Finally, my coupons work.
I got a PogChamp story. Okay, it is not a PogChamp story. It's a PogChampion story. Okay.
Oh shit.
So, in the CJEP where I used to go, reminder, CJEP is like high school and community college. There was a huge center right next to us because we were downtown, and it was like a McDonald's there. And there's an event where I live. Okay, because we're really big about hockey here in Canada. So if the team where we live, which is the Habs, made the first score in their match, certain McDonald's would give a free medium fries. You only had to have the McDonald's application, and then you just go to the McDonald's, show them the code, they give you medium fries. That's it.
Hold on. You don't even need to like already buy a meal and then they give it to you with it.
You just walk, show them the coupon on your phone, free medium fries.
That's
okay?
pog.
That's super pog. It happened like multiple times. I think I got like 30 medium fries. But the thing is, the people there were working minimum wage and they gave no shit, which means if you had many phones or if you had many McDonald's accounts, you could get many medium fries. I didn't want to get fat, so I only got my one, and I'm like, yo, I'm happy I got fries. But I have friends who, I'm not even kidding, in one day got like 12 servings of medium fries for free. Like, they would just come over with like 4 different phones, 12 different accounts. They're like, yo, hold up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 accounts. The person looks at them like, is that going to be it? Yeah, all right, let's go. And gives them all the fries, and they're like, off on their day, and that's it. And I sort of got, I think that must have happened like 25 times in the 3 years I went there that we got free fries. And on my life, some of my friends must have like $1,000 with all the fries they bought.
Holy fuck.
Jesus.
Hold on. Here's what. This is a really stupid question, but I'm so curious about this. Let's say you get like 12 fries, right? You know how like it comes in that package with like, you might already know where I'm going with this. With like the fries, it sticks out the top, right?
Yeah.
You have 12. How you gonna get that in a bag, bro? They can't like stack, right? Because they don't have the top.
You can honestly, you'd be surprised with a bag. Sometimes they'll give you big bags. I think it's probably like a size 12 or size 6 or whatever they want to call it. And you can, I mean, honestly, working in the fast food industry before, I can tell you, they just stack them on top of each other, boom, 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 and like they do the first layer that you do, 4 standing up. Next layer that you do, 2 standing on top of those, and then you do again, and then you just repeat, and you can actually stack a lot of them. Like and wow. Some of these, it's not even just 4 at the bottom. You can do 6 or 8 at the bottom, depending on how big the little package.
Oh, and then you can put stuff on top of the fries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, like most of the time, if it's a good place, if they know what they're doing, they'll put burgers, they'll put anything heavy at the bottom, and they'll just stack up your fries, and then they could just give you a separate bag if you need more, if you need like more space on your fries. But they can basically do that no problem and do it very like neat and tidy. I mean, sometimes I go to fast food places and they give me the bag and it's a complete fucking mess. And I look at them like, dude, you can do better than this. I mean, one thing is not giving a shit, but you're still getting some money for this, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to reach out for your, like, it's easier for me to reach down all the way to the back and grab a burger or something rather than reaching down all the way to just grab a fry, just a single fry. If you have them at the top, that's convenient. That's nice. You can even like pop a package of ketchup on top, whatever. You can just, eat it out of your bag. You don't even have to, you don't have to be, like sitting down. You can just stand up and do it, like a champ. So, I mean, it's like.
Yeah, I guess when you're doing the same thing every day, you're going to get fucking fast as fuck at it.
Oh, no, you do. I mean, I used to get. Back when I was like abused by the companies that I work for, I don't want to disclose names, but these fast food companies, they would. I was a manager there, and not only was I getting paid only $1 above the minimum wage, just $1. So I was just only earning one over like
minimum wage where you are?
Well, back then on the state that I was, minimum wage was like $10. So I was only making $11 as a manager, right? Complete ripoff. I was working a lot of hours.
Wait, as a manager?
About more than 40 hours a week for the most part. And I was having to deal with shifts all on my own on the front counter. So I was just helping the customers. I was also doing the packaging. I was also doing the taking the calls on the drive-through, and I was also charging customers on both the drive-through and the front. So I had to do a lot of that stuff, plus doing inventory, the things on the side whenever it was slower.
Would you not agree that the fastest way to kill someone's spirit is to?
Sorry, you cut out. You're never gonna know what.
Kill someone's spirit is to make them work retail.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly.
I worked for 1.5 years in like a frozen food store, stacking shelves and on the register. Like I was like a part-time sales assistant. Was the way they.
Wait. So Ben, are you telling me that you were that guy who was like, all right, yeah, fries coming up. All right, welcome to McDonald's. How may I take your order? Yep. Okay, you got your fries. Yep. Orders 312. McDonald's, how may I take your order? Just like a dish them out.
That's exactly what it is. A little more organized.
I can't imagine doing that.
He's the one that the Karens always wanted to see.
Yes. But he's like, joke's on you. I'm already here.
Hey, I want to see the manager. I am the manager.
I'm the fucking manager. What do you want? I'm missing. Like honestly, you just get.
I'm missing order 1172.
Yeah, and people quit. People like walk out. Some people just don't show up on time. Some people just don't care. And you tell them, you know what, just step the fuck aside. Let me do this because you're not gonna do it. You clearly don't care. Please move out of the way. Go to the kitchen or something. I don't know. But like you get people like that. You know, you get people that just simply are walking at a snail's pace. They're just not doing absolutely anything. It's like at the end of the day, even if it's minimum wage, you're still getting paid that money. Like, you know, I'm not telling you to give it your hardest try, but at least put some motion into what you're doing. But sometimes you just get, you know, people that are not trying, and it's tough. It really is. It's a little bit demoralizing at times too. You got to have a very positive attitude, a very good mindset when you come into work. I mean, for me, I try to really balance out my life. I went on, you know, I went on runs. I went over to the gym. You know, just try to get my mind off things, get my mind off
That's
work.
pretty crazy, dude.
And
You're
deal
working
with
as
those
a
problems.
manager. You're working as a manager in retail, and you're also able to take care of yourself. That's already pretty crazy. Fucking
Yeah,
good job, dude.
And it's like everybody's go like, oh, you know, you can work, and at the same time you can actually take care of yourself. You know, and go to the gym. You know, be healthy. It's a hard thing to do, really,
Well,
because like a lot of people just
what
succumb
I
to
know that.
eating the food there, and I don't. I hate
Yeah,
it.
yeah. How did you not? Especially, I'm guessing if you're working with food and you're around food all the time, aren't you gonna just get fucking hungry? Like the McDonald's food or whatever retail food that you're smelling, it's already like freaking genetically engineered. It's GMO to make you think I want to
Honestly,
eat this.
after a while, it's just disgusting. Everything is disgusting. Like
Really?
it just
Oh,
makes
because
me
you know
want to
how
just
it's
throw up.
made, right?
well,
Yeah,
not
I
even
mean,
that.
and not just that, but it's like the fact that I have to go through the same smells every single day, or like deal with
Yeah, that
that
makes
stuff every
sense.
single day. You know, it makes me like it's either you either adopt one of two conditions, clauses, or whatever you want to call it. Either you're gonna have an attitude towards it where it's like, no, it has to be perfect. I'm not gonna serve these recipes because I know they'll be here for more than 30 minutes and I wouldn't eat this myself. Or it's like, oh, I know how it's made, but I don't care. I'm gonna serve it to you. And for me, it was the first one. I like to make sure everything was good when it came out, because like I don't want people complaining to me. Number one, and number two, I would also complain if I was on their on their place. Like it's something very simple. Like when someone tells you, oh, I don't want salt on my fries, but you're using the same like palette that you're using to picking up fries and the salt. Even if they bring you the I don't know if you've ever noticed, you ask for no salt on your fries, they actually put the fries down, they come up and they don't take them out of the basket, the metal, they stay on the metal basket, and you gotta pick them up with some tongs. But some people just pick it up with the whole shovel thingy that you use, and that still has it remains of salt in it. And some people actually get pissed off when you do that. And it's just little things like these. And for me, when I was there, for me it was very important that I'm not gonna eat as much here, because like on my first job that I had, I ate so much there. Like almost every day I had like something different, and it was not good for my health. It was not good for me. So I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm gonna either bring my own lunches or I'm gonna eat the minimal, because I'm moving around a lot and I don't want to throw up with food I just ate. Or altogether, I just make something. I make it at the right temperature for myself, and it's something very simple, very nice, like a salad. Get some grilled chicken going, and that's it. And that's like my food for like the next 8 hours. Like that's.
Yeah.
From my experience, being around like food or like any product like a significant enough amount of time makes you just want to fucking kill yourself. See it.
Yeah, just about.
To answer to add to Ben's answer to Sohan's question, I have a friend who used to work at A&W. You guys have A&W in the US?
Yeah. It's not necessarily everywhere.
I've seen it when I went to. I'm in Jersey. I've seen it when I went to other states. What is it exactly? Is it like a? Because the way that I see it, when I went down to Florida, it looks like a convenience store to me.
No, A&W is basically very similar to McDonald's, except their beef is much cleaner. It has less. I forgot what it's called. Like they give things to cows to make them fatter and more tastier, but it's unhealthy and it's chemical. A&W doesn't have that. But it's basically similar to McDonald's, but in my opinion, it's tastier.
A&W is a wait. A&W is a just like a straight up restaurant, like fast food.
No. Oh, Google it.
Oh wow! I always thought it was like a convenience store art place.
No,
for
it
some
actually
reason.
It actually is a fast food place. Yeah.
They're famous for their root beer, but nevertheless, my friend used to work there, and I asked him the same question, like, do you not get hungry during your shift? And he told me absolutely no, for two reasons. First of all, his entire day is spent smelling disgusting oil, which completely turns him off. Like, you spend the entire day smelling and like smelling physically, and you yourself smelling like grease. And trust me, it's not a good smell. It's not a good feeling. It doesn't make you hungry. But second of all, he told me about all the health concerns. Like he told me a few times he saw cockroaches walking on the floor.
Oh, jeez.
So trust me, you see this and you work at the place, you're not gonna want to go eat there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Exactly. And a lot of the frying products, for example, they use these
the dunking
oils
things,
that
right?
are not either they're not very like healthy in the first place, or it's something that you have to filter. Like the machine you have to set the machine to filter it for you every like
but they don't filter it
a day. But they don't filter it, so you're like
fuck.
literally it's disgusting. Like
hold on. Are you telling me that they take the oil and they dunk it, and then afterwards they don't even like filter the little bits of whatever?
Thing is, yeah, exactly. It has to be filtered, and then after a while, it has to be replaced as well. A lot of places to save money or do whatever that like that. Some of the managers don't do that, and sometimes it's not even the shift supervisors. It's the actual like managers of the place that don't do it because they're trying to save money or because they're trying to be cheap. But I mean, I used to do it, and sometimes I would get in trouble. I would get a scolding because they'd tell me, you're not supposed to do that. You're wasting money. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to serve disgusting food that's going to make people sick, because if people get sick, they're not going to come back. It's very simple.
I remember
that was the.
I remember I went to Arby's once, and it was in Florida, and I was we were watching a wedding. I went to Arby's. We got like a ham sandwich or something with my aunt, who's actually a different race. Aunt Christy, if you're seeing this, she knows about my fucking whatever the fuck this is. You're dope. But fucking their family just gets me a bunch of fucking Christmas presents. I'm spoiled. I'm a spoiled brat every single Christmas because of them. They're great. But I went and got Arby's. For some reason, the next day I couldn't even attend the wedding. It sucks. Like, cause you're in a different place and you go to a new restaurant and then it absolutely eats shit, and then other people tell you that the restaurant is fine.
Like,
but it's like, how do you really trust him?
What kind of food does Arby's actually do? Like, we don't have Arby's or Chick-fil-A or Chili's.
Well,
or like
I mean, I was one of the most interesting jobs that I actually enjoyed was I was working in a workshop where we were doing like small scale models of buildings and whatnot, like really cool stuff. Like we did it with plastics and whatnot. Only thing is, your knuckles would just end up like with like a bunch of cuts. You look like a boxer, right? With no protections. But anyways, I had this guy there. He worked there with me for a couple months. He actually worked. He actually got promoted to manager at Arby's because he had worked in the kitchen for a long time. It's just basically like picture rodeo style burger, with onion rings, bacon, a bunch of all this stuff. It's more like connoisseur, like more like, oh yeah, like different kinds of meats and whatnot, burgers. That's what it is. Just burgers basically, but like done in more of like like blown out of the water fashion, like more meat portions and whatnot. Obviously the price is going to be more expensive if there's more meat, but basically stuff like that. But it's the thing that I think like makes it different from McDonald's, Burger King, all those is that just maybe the quality of the meats is a little bit better. I've only had that for a couple of times, and luckily the times that I had it, it was actually pretty decent burgers. So I think it's just a little bit better quality. I mean, obviously, the quality has to do a lot with the management of the place. It's not just the brand, but that also comes into play. Like the materials that you're using, the food products, the your meats, how long have you been using those meats for? Are you like using FIFO, first in, first out rules, stuff like that?
Do you love using the meats?
They got the meats. That's all they say.
That's all they say. We got the meats. We're not gonna tell you where it's from. We're not gonna.
Yeah, it's just got the.
We just have meats. All right, let's just stop it at there.
Just have meat.
Okay, yeah.
Mystery.
Yeah, they got the glissies.
The mystery meat.
Shout out to my IKEA horse meatballs. We got the meat.
Oh my god!
Hey, yo, IKEA food is actually pog. The fucking salmon balls.
Is the fucking best. I mean, I don't know why I decided to go on a tangent about Costco's, but like suddenly I've just remembered the beauty that is Costco.
Okay. All right. There's one thing I don't like about Costco, and that is their pizza. When I eat that, Oh no! Did I?
do you mean-
All right. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Wait. Do you mean frozen pizza or the fresh pizza they sell at the Costco restaurant?
No, I'm talking about the shitty frozen like square pizza that they do, like the giant like party trays.
No. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know. Wait. I'm talking about like the pizza where you go, where you're like in the store and then you're like right after the register,
alright.
and then no, sorry, right after the register, and then it's like the Kirkland signature pizza.
Yeah, why would
Yeah,
you
the restaurant
ever,
pizza.
why would you ever get food from the inside of like the Costco? Like they do like the shitty like
Bro, that
really
thing.
long
If I could
hotdogs.
taste radiation, okay, that's what it tastes like, dog.
If I could test
bro.
mercury, that's what it'd be.
Honestly,
I've never had it. Listen, I've never had it, but one thing I can say, the hot dogs are pretty dope.
Oh no, they're awful.
Yeah,
they
No,
like
the
they
hot
taste
dogs are good, bro.
No, I think it really has to do with location more than anything there.
maybe. I mean, this is,
I
I'm
don't
talking
doubt
about
in the UK that the hot dogs might actually be shit.
I like how
In Canada, I think
I like how it's called Kirkland's signature, but there's like no signature. It's different everywhere you go. Oh my god. Yeah, I think we can all agree that Costco pizza is shit. Though.
I mean,
if it's
the
brain one, it's always tastes kind of weird, you know.
Yeah.
You know what's
That's what I
fucking
fuck with.
amazing?
We should vote out the Costco pizza. Costco pizza sus.
Yeah.
I
Shoot.
fuck with the frozen pizza at Costco though. That
The
shit's good.
frozen pizza, yeah. Especially, I know that when we were worried about, we're right under New York, so you know we were ready to get butt fucked. I know that we were very worried about getting like pizza delivered to our house, and then like the guy just fucking coughing on the bag or the box or something, because it. Let's be real. Even if you go to any restaurant now, usually whoever is making it is not wearing a mask or something, or if they are, they're going like, "How may I help you?" You know, like it's just stupid.
Not where I live.
Well, you're
Where
in
I live,
Canada.
everyone is.
You're in
Everyone is
Canada.
very what's the word? They're
Reasonable.
smart about the math. Yeah, they're reasonable. They think
Yeah.
they're reasonable about it. Like they know the risk, so they act in a semi-mature way. Like some people, yes, are gonna be fucking stupid, but the majority of people are actually very responsible about it. Where I live.
I see. Where I live, everyone's fucking stupid. Well, but actually, like, I always think is something that's really interesting. Is like you don't actually have to be smart, like in terms of like there's a very big difference between being intelligent and being wise. Like there are so many people who are really smart and they can get into university and they can do really intelligent things that require like really good knowledge about something, but they're just fucking stupid. They just don't, they don't know how to survive on a non-theory level.
Britt's not showing his face, so you can just talk shit like that.
Oh yeah, I can check that shit. And
I see why you made that. I see why you made that decision, dude.
Well, there's also the whole thing of like if you've got an industry job like engineering, if you have a social media presence, they're gonna search for it and they're gonna look for it. It's like I don't attach my name to anything I do online just because if I ever got a job like at a firm somewhere like a big company, I could get fired for the shit I say online. And it's not even like I say anything controversial. I'm pretty like like chill person when it comes to like my online presence. But like everyone has like that one edgy phrase or like phase in their life where they've said something that's like slightly questionable. Like imagine if your employers like traced that shit back to you and like just fired you for like some inane bullshit you said once when you were like 12.
Dude, before I started working, I went for all my social media's account and I found my old Twitter, which I did when I was 13, and I said so much dumb, racist shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Trying to be edgy, like doing the dumbest racist jokes, and I was like, yeah, that's getting deleted. And I do agree. Like personally, I try to keep an anonymous presence online. I'm mostly active in private like locations, like on Discord or like in group chat places that like publicly people cannot take a glimpse at. But when it comes to public domains, it would be Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. I'm very off the grid on that. I try to keep a very minimal image. But there's people who they have to do the opposite. Like my brother's a gym trainer.
Oh yeah, so he just has to document all of his workout shit, right?
No, not even. He's a huge fucking memer. His entire Facebook page is purely just shit posts. But here's the thing, that's his clientele. His clientele are people mostly the people he works with are mostly between the age of 16 and 24. So when they see shit posts, they start laughing, and when they see someone else shit post, they think of him, which is honestly a decent marketing scheme.
Yeah.
But like
that's a good
for him,
marketing.
shit posting
Like,
is good because
yeah.
it's not as much professional. Like it is professional, but it's not like anal level of enterprise professional where they breathe down your neck.
Yeah.
That's
pretty.
Well, us, it's a complete opposite. Like you start shit posting, they're gonna be like, yeah, stay the hell away from our company.
Reminds me of like Wendy's Twitter account. It's like good marketing. It's like the thing at the moment. I think when it comes to like it's like how corporate accounts started like shit posting and like at each other on Twitter, and that's devolved now into like a weird political thing. Like companies will take political stances really publicly to just piss people off so that they start talking about the company.
Oh yeah. That's how it's probably been for a long time. It's just a form of marketing, which I guess short term it works. Maybe later on you might get shitted on for it, but I mean it works. Like you could be infamous and you could still get a bunch of money. Like it's whatever.
Well, I find it hilarious because it's like everyone was shitting on Pepsi for a while. I was like,
I don't know about this. What?
The Pepsi ad where they stopped the riot.
Yeah, so like, but we're talking about it now.
Hold on. The Pepsi ad where they what?
Yeah, they stopped the riot.
There was like
something Jenner. I forgot her first name. Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I might have heard about it, but it was more under Kylie Jenner's name. Was she like acting in it? I barely know who Kylie Jenner is.
I'm putting it in chat in case you want to show it to your stream.
Can I show it?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's an ad. I'm pretty sure they're gonna see it on Twitch regardless.
But like,
can I? Yeah, I'm reacting to it, right? Okay, yo, let's fucking watch it.
Reacting and
we do a group watch together.
Reacting and
yeah, come on. Yeah, let's fucking watch it. Is it in the general?
Yeah. We should
Hold on, Rob Harvey. Yeah. Mod, can I watch it? Am I allowed to? Does it have to be like transformative or something? Hold on, we'll see.
We need to get a second opinion here.
He's asking me to send him the link, so we'll let him look over it, and then we'll see.
Music in the video, I'll tell you that much. But the video itself should be fine.
I mean, you could literally watch it with no sound. Like the sound is all music.
Like the whole
Okay, so I can watch it with no sound. All right. Rob Harvey, if we need to watch it with no sound, that's fine. I just DM'd you the link. Yeah, let's keep going. My mod will look over it.
Like the gist of the video though is basically a bunch of
Hold on. Stop right there. He just said that no sound is okay. Let's fucking watch it.
It's stupid though, and basically people got really fucking angry.
People were revolting. Like they were mad. They're like, "Wow, I wish I could end every riot this way."
Yeah, and now like companies have started taking political stance because they, for instance, like there was that weird Razer advert, like where it's like, "Oh men, we can be better," and it pissed the conservative crowd off beyond belief. Like they were so angry about it, and it was all they were talking about. Like Adidas did that advert where they got like some famous black rights like sort of activist to fucking talk about their shoes, and people started burning their shoes. It's like, these fucking idiots don't realize that if you burn your own property and you enjoy that thing, you're gonna go buy that thing. And like people are like, oh, fucking boycott Adidas because they support this thing, and it's like you're giving them more advertisement by talking about.
All right, yeah. I'm viewing the video right now. Oh god, why is the? All right, there. Oh, it's already low quality. All right, let me see.
We love some low quality video.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess it was a re-upload. Oh, I think I might have saw like half of this on YouTube or something.
I imagine you probably will have.
I just skip.
It's so good though, like they're like protesting and there's like a line of policemen.
Like they're trying to show multiculturalism. Like,
I see it.
Help you guys out, blah 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 blah. And then it's like, Pepsi's the solution.
Oh, really?
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. I don't even
I'm
know.
still-
I
I'm
went
still
for the guys who
launching it.
made this.
Holy crap! This thing's 248.
Oh, just
I mean,
skip it a little bit.
skip a
oh,
bit. No, you
you
passed
can
it. You
fast-
passed
you
it.
can
Oh, I'm
speed 'em.
past it.
Yeah, you can go to like 120 if you want.
Okay, 120. All right.
21.
That's not understand.
It's just like you see like a police line come up, and it's great. The solution to everything, of course.
These guys are-
That
hey,
guy.
Hey, what's up, girl?
Hey baby, what's up? What's your Insta?
What's your TikTok, bro? Oh shit.
Oh no, she yeah, like it's the police line. Like, oh no, oh fuck, what are the police gonna do?
Oh, bro.
Oh, yeah, let's
Pepsi
go,
just lying
go,
around
go,
some.
go, go.
The finger point. Ah!
Let's just give him a Pepsi.
Oh
Yeah,
damn.
this-
Yeah,
this
let's
is
just give him a
literally-
fucking Pepsi. It's not like
But they
they'll-
just solved inequality right there.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
depends
see
on
the
the
issue.
number.
I
Phone
don't,
numbers at the
guys.
bottom of that
We have
Pepsi,
we have achieved world peace. Okay,
Mm.
that's it. That
Milk.
is it. Done. Who said
yo,
milk?
let's give her a hug, yo.
Oh
We
yeah,
done an accomplishment.
dude, this
The guy's
is
like,
great.
We
Oh my
did it.
God.
That's it. It's
Yeah.
like, man, now I understand. That was good milk.
Hey, they're all walking together, bro. What is that overall doing? Like, tie that up, Jesus.
Bro.
Like, dude, that's gonna hang out, and then someone's gonna accidentally catch on to that, and then you're just gonna fall. Like, come on.
Look at the video top left of it, like the recommended one. Go back to it for a second.
Like the I'm boycotting one. Yeah, you got to go back to the video and at the very
Go to
end.
the end. Yeah, go to the very end.
Go to the end
Uh,
where it just pops up the next video.
I'm boycotting.
That one.
Yeah,
Click
yeah,
it?
Don't click
Alright.
it. Just look at. I'm boycotting
Yeah.
at Pepsi
Hold on.
products until they
It's opening.
apologize.
It's wait. Rob Harvey, can I watch this?
Oh, I didn't mean watch it. I was just meaning like the thumbnail.
Oh, just like the thumbnail. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then. Yeah.
It was basically someone tweeting like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna boycott Pepsi. This isn't right."
Oh wow.
I'm like, how fucking stupid are you? This is a goddamn ad, bro. They just want to sell you shit.
The thing that I always love about this, though, is that by getting angry and talking about it, they end up advertising it more than had they just said nothing. Just
Yeah,
let it die.
that's whatever. I mean, yeah. I guess it doesn't matter how you get famous. If you get your brand out there in one way or the other, if all you're looking for is money, not like the way that you're getting recognition, then you're good.
Mm.
Dan's on a call. He's getting
Booty
stacks.
call. He's like, baby, you busy? No, not
He's
really.
talking with the Russians up there across
Oh.
the strait. Is it the Bering Strait? I don't know my geography. I'm American.
I don't know, but this is my reaction to it.
Wait, did you send something?
Yeah, I put it in the Discord.
Racism is over.
Yay!
Let's go. I should probably put myself on DNT. Yeah, boys, racism is over. Let's go.
That's nice.
All we need is a Pepsi, some soda. It might ruin your teeth, but it'll definitely fix racism.
So one thing people have in common, they drink Pepsi, right?
Mm-hmm. Dan, how was your
Mhm.
Booty call.
My booty call? Oh,
Yeah.
please, that was me, mom. I would rather not imagine her as a booty call.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, there you go. Never mind.
Man's wearing
Sorry
leather
about that.
jacket on podcast, trying to flex.
I
Dude,
gotta look stylish
should
all the
wear my
time.
jacket too.
What as fuck? I mean, what?
Man's just trying to look stylish. What can I say?
You know, hold on.
Hey, yo,
hold
if
that
there's
thought.
any e-girls in the chat, hit me up. You gotta be over 18.
I gotta. Oh, you want to be stylish? I'll be stylish. I'll be right back.
Oh, he's being stylish.
I'm actually scared now. Let's see what he gets.
I am so stylish, you won't even believe it.
Jesus. Yo, I once wore that
Two people can
for
play this
Halloween
game.
costume. I once wore that for a Halloween costume. You can't see shit with it, bro.
Dude, you
You're
can't, 'cause
legally blind.
it's just these two
You're
holes.
you're legally blind wearing this.
I'm legally
honestly.
blind.
Dude.
I can see I'm
I
legally blind.
I wasn't.
Mama, I love you.
I was like trick or treating.
Hold it down.
It was like I think 2
You guys
years.
probably too young to understand
Can
this
you guys
reference.
hear me?
Just random fucking Vine things.
Can you guys hear me?
I can't
You
even.
what?
Can you
Oh,
hear me?
fucking R2D2 over there trying to speak. What's up? Oh,
Nay,
fucking
Can
R2D2
you hear
looking
me?
at.
nay,
hear
I
me?
cannot hear.
Oh lord.
I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear.
Oh,
Hello?
Oh,
no, we couldn't hear you in the mask.
Oh,
Your
wait,
Discord was
really?
fine.
Oh wow. All right.
this man thought it was deeper than it was. Than it really was.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, yeah. So I remember we were going trick or treating, and you know, like those fucking. It was like 2 years ago, before the pandemic, everything. You know, like those bowls that they leave out candy in. They're like, take one. No one's gonna fucking take one. They're gonna take like the whole thing. So I had the horse mask on, and I've had this for like 4 years. It's been my only Halloween costume. Before that, I had some other crap, but it's pretty much it. And I went up to the so we like camped the house, and then we waited till the woman went up to take a shower or whatever, and we're shoveling through it, and then the
Monk-ass?
like and we were getting it into our bags, and this part, right, it's very soft now, but back then it used to be very rigid. The thing came onto like the corner of the bowl, and it like it's like a pencil flip, you know, like on the side of a desk, and it like pencil flipped up to like the side window, like you know how like you have a door and then you have a side window, and and it made like a really loud noise. And she
Yeah, I
came
can
fucking
picture
falling
having
down
a
the
door.
stair, and then we dipped.
I honestly don't know how to react to that. Jesus fucking Christ. What?
We were
Yeah, I don't
so
know anything
guilty.
else.
What?
Scum.
Yeah,
Very strange.
I was a piece of shit.
Yo,
And I'm
something
proud of it.
something I love doing that I kind of started doing with my friends just for the giggles, and it started becoming a tradition. Whenever I'm driving with one of my friends, well, some of my friends, I sometimes have this horse mask in the back, and
Yeah.
whoever is the passenger has to wear it and has to have as many people look at him in the car as possible. So while we're driving, he has to get the attention of other drivers, and they have to look at him, and then based on their reaction, we give points.
Oh wow, that is the most fucking
It's so stupid, but it's so fun.
yeah.
10 points for Gryffindor.
10 points per girl. If someone laughs, it's like 10 points. If someone dances, it's 15 points. Because we have music, like we're playing Barbie Girl, like we're being fucking retards.
Music to make you shit.
If someone doesn't look, it's 0 points. If someone looks at you weird, it's like 5 points. Like, what the fuck is this kid doing?
Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder, has anyone had the cops called on them for doing dumb shit? Because I know like there's some people that'll be on YouTube and they'll just fake it all. But
Oh
yeah,
man,
real
I've had the
stories.
cops called on me more times than I'd like to say.
Okay.
Damn.
Are you gonna say one of them, or are you just gonna keep quiet?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna say one of them. When I was 14,
Oh dear.
Sorry.
when I was 14, we were having a party on top of a mountain where I live. Of course, weed and alcohol and drugs were involved. So I go
The
there.
mountain.
I'm chilling with my friends. We're having all a good time. And one of them, he knows who he is, like a fucking jackass, chugs an entire bottle of vodka. Like he downs it in one gulp.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
Like
And
a
then
full
5
bottle?
minutes, like a 750 milliliter bottle.
Okay. All right.
Like
That's
not one
still-
of your small like bottles. Like actually,
but
We're
like
talking
yeah,
like
all right,
this.
all right. Yeah,
We're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
he's,
like
like, he's a fucking retard. He just fucking chugs it. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? He's like, alcohol, bitch. Anyways, no less than 5 minutes later, he completely passes out. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, no.
He's just straight asleep on the floor. So we keep partying around him, whatever, and slowly the party dies down. So we're all doing our thing, we're bullying, whatever. And then he's a close friend of mine. He's a close friend of the host, and like the guy who organized the party. So after most people leave, we're like, oh, fuck, we gotta take care of him. So we're trying to get him down the mountain, but he's too heavy for us. We're fucking 14-year-olds. What muscles do we have? So eventually, as the night goes on, keep in mind I'm 14. I use my light to make sure he's okay, like fucking my phone light to make sure he's alive, he's breathing, whatever. We give him water, we let him puke, whatever. We wait for him to sober up so we can go down the mountain. It's basically 5 a.m. My parents have not heard from me. all night. Keep in mind, I'm still 14. My phone's dead because the flashlight consumed all the battery. We're fucking drunk. Some of us are fucking high. And basically, 5 minutes later, cops show up. You're like, yeah? Can I talk to Sendo? Yeah, what's up? Your parents called. Missing child's report.
Oh shit!
Oh?
Did you guys leave him
Oh?
at the party?
No. The cops they didn't even help us. They watched us while we brought him down the mountain. Like they just stared at us like, oh yeah, you fucking do that. And they're like, are you drunk? I'm like, no. Are you high? No. Are you okay? You wanna go home? Yeah. Okay, we'll drive you home. It's easier than running a missing kids report. Yeah, sounds good. So I basically got a free taxi ride from the cops.
Hey.
Hey, my man.
Hey, there you go.
My man.
Is the Canadian police chill?
Oh, they're super chill. Like
A lot more chill, I'm guessing. Than
I know,
you.
I know that in
They
Canada
chill.
you can just like, oh, weed's legal, right? So you can just like walk up to to like a cop and be like, yo, want to rip?
Yeah,
So
or he's
that's
gonna
the-
look at you like, "Are you fucking stupid?" So
Oh,
that's
okay.
it. Like, I've never had a bad experience with them. They're really, really relaxed, really nice. Like, I'm not sure if you heard, but basically they were having these revolts against the government. I think it was something about their paycheck or their retirement or something like that. So how were they revolting? They were wearing like clown pants. Like literally, the cops were wearing clown pants to revolt against. They're still doing their job, but they were fucking wearing clown pants. Just to give you an idea.
Yeah,
Like they weren't
okay.
going in
That's
the
nice.
streets rioting. Like they were still doing their job. They were just looking stupid
Proof
doing
point.
it.
Proof
Yeah,
point.
no,
I
that makes.
like
Yeah, my story is significantly less interesting. I feel now. We went out clubbing in like I'll say one of our
Hey,
friends.
British clubbing. Oh, can I
Yeah.
get the alcohol, mate?
Oh, Beirut, ain't it?
What's up?
that. A bit right in it.
Beirut, ain't it?
Wait, I'm not fucking getting this.
That's a tad bit rude, in it.
Oh, okay.
Beirut,
All
ain't it?
right. I'm hearing beetroot for some reason.
No,
A
So-
bit rude, in it.
I've been up a bit. I've you know, as you do. Anyway, we leave this club. We're going home. It's like fucking pitch black, like 3 a.m. We're all absolutely fucking wankered. Like don't really know what's going on anymore. And we're
Everyone's
walking
not
down
wanker,
the
bro.
high street of like the city that we're in, and there's like in the middle of the high street there are like these sort of mini like cafe things that you can get like coffees and stuff while you're shopping. And we turn around and one of our friends has gone. We're just like, whoa, where you at? Turn around again, and he's climbed onto the roof of this fucking like little like cafe thing. This Cafe Nero. He's just chilling on the roof. And we're like, bro, how the f did you get up there? It's like, it's like 3 times my height, and like there's no like guttering or anything to climb onto. He just, for all we know, he fucking teleported us. How the fuck? Like what?
Well, we did.
It's like a cat getting up in a tree, just can't
like,
get down, doesn't know
trying
the
to
way
get him-
back down.
Trying to get him down, and he's just like, bro, on the Cafe Nero, just like jiggling. So,
Oh, that's great, dude.
Luckily,
The dumb shit, the amount of dumb shit you can do in public and get away with it.
Oh,
yeah, it's great.
there are some fucking weird people who no one bats an eye at.
Yeah.
It was a fun night.
So I'm confused. How were the cops involved?
No, they weren't. Like we ended up leaving before the cops were called. It's just like,
Oh, the cops were called.
I'm assuming so. Like
Oh.
it's a busy city. Though. Like there's shit going on everywhere. No one really has time to
Yeah.
investigate 3 kids climbing on the top of a cafe. You know, like
Dude,
So interesting.
What's up, Dan?
I think kids, like
I've had so many. I've had so many interactions with the police, which I don't know how they did out of it with like nothing. I was like, oh, okay, bye. So
It's like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. He always knows how to talk
Also-
to a cop. It
Hey, Trevor, smoke.
was Trevor and Corey. That's the end of the that's
Hey,
that's the
Trevor.
bottom line. Hey, Trevor,
Smoke.
cigarette.
Cigarette.
I'm not getting this. What the fuck? Am I
You're
too
too
young
young.
for this?
It's
Alright.
you have to watch the show to
Oh,
understand it. But
Yeah, I don't watch TV in general. Ever since YouTube was
Yeah, and I
very
mean-
mainstream, I stopped watching TV, and that was a long. I remember that before. Wait, everything cut out. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
still,
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that even before YouTube came out, and Netflix was a thing, we just canceled cable because it was just too expensive where we used to live.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't watch cable.
A lot of these you can watch in like that. You can watch on Netflix actually. Like I just I don't really. I think very people have cable these days, but
Yeah, cable.
they always have
I mean,
something
there's
something
no
else.
reason.
I mean, I haven't had TV in more than 10 years, to be honest with you. Like it's
If you
been.
watch TV here, you have to pay for a TV license.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking you Brits with your license. Fucking going on a stroll.
Are you
Fucking
telling me that to watch? Hold on, to watch
Oh,
TV.
your late night walking license there, mate.
Hold on,
Like,
hold on. It,
Forest
to
himself
watch
taught
TV,
him
I have to
to
get a license and then
walk
also pay for the subscription.
No.
Then what are you asking? What are you telling me?
So you pay for a license to watch TV essentially because we have something called the British Broadcasting Company, the BBC, which are like a sort of nationalized TV.
Big back clock cock.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to.
CEO
That's so fucking
Black
dumb.
Hawk.
Yeah.
But
Bro, I'm
yeah.
too tired for this shit. All right, yeah, go on.
so like we have like this national TV service that like runs all of like the cabling, like the
Wait. So is it like a one-time pay?
no you pay yearly, I think.
How much is it?
I think it's like £50 or something like that. I'm not sure.
That's not
I'll have a little-
bad. Like that's
I'll have
not
a
as
little
bad as it is here. I'm paying $170 a month for 300 megabytes per second internet.
Yeah, but you do also have to pay for like the TV packages that you want to watch.
No, we don't have cable.
Yeah, I know, but like if we were using cable, also that doesn't apply if you don't have a TV. So I watch TV on Netflix, which isn't owned or like doesn't use the broadcasting infrastructure that the BBC use. So I just don't pay a TV. I think a lot of people realize that.
My mod's asking, is it like a tax? BBC?
Pretty much. It's basically a tax. It's not like it isn't the same thing. It doesn't come out of your pay the way that you like. You can optionally pay for it if you.
Okay.
It may as well be a tax because it's for running like national news stations and like the keeping the broadcasting infrastructure for TV working so that TV can exist still.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for all the boomers that need it.
Yeah. And that's why the young ones watch the Sideman because they don't want to pay BBC.
Yeah.
BBC.
Or it might-
I can't get that out of my head, dude.
We just buy a VPN and pirate everything.
We don't encourage that, but
don't
we can't really
advocate
stop
for
you. And we're not gonna say it's the better option, but
I mean,
kinda.
we all know that VPNs are really for gay pirate hackers.
Honestly, bro, just use Tor.
Yeah, just skip the VPN, go straight.
No,
to
no, no, no,
black
no.
net.
Because the thing with the VPN is that if you're putting in your payment information to buy something,
Mhm.
right? If anyone gets access to whatever the VPN's like database is for like their payments or whatever, like they have your IP, but they also know where you live. Because whenever you go into a website, you have to put where you live, the payment information, yada yada yada. So like they kind of also know where you live, and Tor is just better because it's like better than VPNs. You're bouncing your IP from like, if you want to think of it, multiple VPNs. Yeah, that's the way that I look at it. And you have more control. You can if you don't want to bounce too much because of the speed, you can set that too. It's your choice.
Well, the thing is, I think VPNs can be useful, especially like for things like Netflix and whatnot, where you're trying to watch a different country's broadcasting,
The Office,
like
cough, cough.
shows and whatnot. Like The Office, for example.
I can't watch that.
Yeah, but the thing is that you can do that with Tor too.
Yeah.
You can, but like not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the second thing is it's a little more complicated to get that set up.
It's literally just a browser,
Well, yeah.
No,
like Chrome. Like you just install it and use it, and that's it. It's
Yeah.
done.
it's just for certain websites you need the exact URL. Like you can go on Google and write black market bitches and then like find
Yeah.
prostitutes. You need like write like 192, 168 or the exact URL like
the dot onions.
Although it's cool because it lets you look at unlisted websites as well. So like websites that you can't see that aren't.
Yeah,
like,
they used to have like search databases, but every single time I think some government agency would just fuck it up, so they stopped doing it.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
We had quite a bit of time. We talked about a bunch of different things and non related to each other for a little bit.
Really surprised as to how you can flow one topic into another with just like no fucking stops. Like,
so guys, tell me about the weather today. Gee.
Oh, it's rain. I live in the UK. It's rain always.
Exactly,
always.
and then you hear things like, "Oh, what's your favorite sex position?" You know, it's like you can link that together with that, like that, just like that. You know.
Yeah.
For me, it fucking snowed last night. Welcome to Canada.
Somebody clue me in.
Snow's my favorite.
We're talking about sex positions. I don't know.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I'm a big fan of 69.
Yeah, 69 is great, but I prefer what's 69 times 2? I'm shit at math. I prefer 138.
I am the definition of virginity. So.
Yeah. When you flip the person over on top of you, yeah.
Then why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
sure.
see. Full Nelsons.
Shit, yeah, TOS is a thing.
Oh, my favorite is cat.
Okay.
For the simps out there, Amazon position.
Oh, if you remember TOS.
You don't know what I don't know what that one is, do you?
I mean, do you like the
I'm a good Christian boy. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've never sinned or done anything that will get me on the wrong side of God.
Okay, buddy.
When people
we
ask
all
me
know
why
how
I'm a
false
virgin,
that
I
is.
tell them because that's the will of God.
Wow, he's really Christian.
Yeah, that devolves.
I mean, that's what I tell them, but I'm fucking atheist. That's just what I don't question it.
Oh boy.
All right, guys, we're at 2 hours. That was a lot more than we were supposed to do.
Spicy.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
2
spicy.
hours of content.
Yeah.
There's a content.
Yes.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll try to get this up by Friday night. It looks like I'll have a lot of things to look through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of labeling and a lot of stuff. But yeah. Yeah. I hope everyone had a good time. For everyone who wanted to ask questions and stuff in chat, I can't stay after this. This went a lot longer, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks for everyone being here.
Yeah.
Do we
absolutely.
have? Does anyone want to plug anything? I stream at Twitch. I mean, you're fucking watching this on Twitch. Yeah.
Onlyfans.com/Sendere. Onlyfans.com/Sendere. Onlyfans.com/Sendere.
Okay. Wait, I want to do those things where it's like subscribe right here. Twitch is right here. OnlyFans is right here. Question mark.
You can't see where I'm pointing, but my information is there.
Is there?
It's very helpful when I don't have a camera.
Oh yeah, I can see where the information is.
If you look out the window and then up at like a
Yeah.
specifically a 92-degree angle, you may, if the stars align.
Yeah, you just might.
Yeah.
And that also might mean that you live directly over Brit's apartment, but gotta look up at your sky to figure that out.
No one lives above me.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Does that exist? Do you have an OnlyFans, actually?
No.
Oh, okay. My mod linked it. It says this page is not available. Wait, no. I was just curious. Ah, damn it.
You should get on that.
My mods just debated me. Oh.
This page is not available for now.
If the pre-podcast conversation means anything, you should get on that.
Sandere, you might want to talk about prices.
Prices. Feet pics start at $20.
Oh wow, that's high rates. High rates for good value, I assure you.
I wait for good value. Like I haven't shot in 3 weeks, so you're really gonna see that cheese. It's really good value. It's like unique, exclusive content.
Yeah.
All right.
10 out of 10.
Oh.
Okay.
Ben streams
water?
at twitch.tv/1heiser1, but he streams once in a blue moon. So does Brit.
I don't
He's in
stream.
suggested channels.
Yeah, we're all his German friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ich
they're
bin nicht
definitely
Deutsch. Guten Tag,
Guten
meine
Tag.
Freunde Heiser, Spicy Tipsy und
Du bin eine
ich bin
Brat.
Ich bin ein Brat.
Hähnchenflügel.
I said du bin eine Brat.
Strappity.
What?
Rammstein.
Actually, I'm the to answer your question, I'm the opposite of a German. I'm a Jew, actually, so we kind of run away from the Germans.
True story.
Yeah,
True
true
story.
story.
Historically
accurate. Yeah. Can be proven, confirmed 100%.
Oh.
Oh shit, he hit 50 followers.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Yo, you want to hear something funny? My
Yeah.
school made a survey recently that a lot of
Just
students
shrimpy.
could answer, which I answered, and which one of the question was, should they enforce should they restrict freedom of speech and enforce certain limits, such as not allowing for people to be Holocaust deniers? And
wait, hold on. I don't understand that. That flew over my head. Not allowing
okay, we're in
people
Canada.
to...
Yeah,
oh,
we're
okay,
in Canada.
okay,
We don't have we don't have like exactly freedom of speech. Like you can
Yeah,
go to jail for saying racist shit. So what our school did is, amongst different multiple topics such as feminism, they had one: should we allow people to freely talk about the Holocaust and denying it, or like things in that mentality? And I immediately voted no. We should not enforce it. I want people to talk as much as possible that the Holocaust didn't happen. Because for me, it's the funniest shit. Like, why would I block my main source of content in university? Like,
I think another thing, just to clear his play, just to clear my track record, the more people that talk about it, the more awareness there is about it. Simple.
Oh, I don't care about that. I just find it funny. Honestly, God, someone tells me the Holocaust didn't happen, I'm just gonna be like, high five, buddy. I bet your ass it did. You just fucking laugh. They'll never know. They'll never know I'm making fun of them, but that's the funniest part to me.
It's like flat earth. Like they genuinely think they're right, and you just get to laugh directly.
Yeah.
You believe it as well.
It's like flat earthers. They tell me the Earth is flat. I tell them no, the Earth is in the shape of a banana. And then they're like,
it is in the shape of a banana.
It is in the shape of a banana.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Of course, it's in the shape of a banana.
Like that.
All around the globe, guys.
Hey Ben, I have a question.
North Pole is there, South Pole is
Dude,
there.
what are you
There's no
using
banana.
as your webcam? I'm seeing a depth of field and focus.
A depth of field and focus.
Yeah, your background's blurred a little.
I don't know. I don't be able to tell you.
All right, never mind then. Because if you're using like a really nice camera, it's fucking pog.
Oh, thank you. It's probably like a $50, $60 one. I don't know. I don't remember which one it was, to be honest. It's been a while.
Oh, it looks really nice.
But it's focuses on what's in front of you.
Like
No,
both of them
what's
have got like
behind you.
like fancy microphone shields and like freestanding with like arms and shit to hold the microphone up. And I've got some 7-pound piece of shit from Amazon clipped to my microphone, like clipped to my headphone cable.
Yeah.
Listen, mate. Like I said, I worked for a year, and it's not like I have any friends. So what do you think I spend my money on?
True.
True.
Like the only time that I worked was when I was too young to really understand the concept of how money works. Like I was 14, 15, so I was just spending it all on like sweets and fizzy drinks.
But honestly, like jokes aside, it's only a question of responsibility. Like I know some people who every single day of class would show up with a Tim Horton coffee, or like one day out of two go to McDonald's or Subways to eat, or like go to a food court. And like I was like, fuck that, that's stupid. I make my own food at home. I save like $3 a day and stack it up. $3 a day times 30. That's a month. That's what?
Yeah, it's
90
crazy.
bucks.
It's like
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
90 bucks. And
if you
then
go
like
to the store,
this microphone costs, I don't know, 120, the shield and the arm another 40. That's 2 months of saving. Okay, wow, I didn't go to McDonald's and I didn't buy coffee I just drank my coffee at home, which is basically the same shit.
and it's
Now I could
healthier.
afford this. It's not complicated. It's just being responsible with your money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
That's
uh,
get money.
one thing that a lot of people say, and I agree with, is that the reason why people are poor is not because they don't have a job, it's just because they're not financially literate, and it's not their fault. It's just that education never provided that until I think.
I don't think
probably
exactly.
now.
Education never provide a lot of those things. And
Yeah.
it doesn't really teach you those basic things. Whereas too in other countries they do, like and
Well,
it
Yeah,
just
especially
really
in the-
heavily
especially in the
relies on the background
US.
that you're from.
it's not as much. I just feel like a lot of the population currently have a very immediate satisfaction mindset.
Yeah.
So I can give multiple examples, like people going to a restaurant and being like, "Yo, shit, that looks tasty. I want it," without even thinking about the consequences. Or especially people who, like, go on Twitter
credit cards.
or
People with
Twitch
credit
or whatever
cards.
and rage or like insult you, because in the moment it makes them feel good, but that's always going to be in our history. Like we mentioned earlier with Twitter, like people who go on Twitter and say like racist, mean
Like
shit.
you.
Like that's gonna, like me when I was 13, yes.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
stay on
yeah.
your history. That's gonna stay on your history. So yeah, in the current moment, you're like, yeah, I'm so edgy, I'm so cool. Like you feel good about yourself. But like 5 years down the line, you're gonna think back, or someone might look at it and be like, wow, you're a piece of shit. Like it, because in the moment you're like, yeah, it makes me feel good. But people often don't think about the long-term consequences, or they don't plan things for the long term. Like, yeah, I could be spending my money every day on Tim Hortons coffee for like $2 a day, and in the moment it makes me feel good. I have my coffee. I prefer to my house coffee. Yeah, but in 10 years, how much money would you have wasted over such a mundane thing? Like when, of course, you don't have to cut every pleasures out in life. You have to
No,
put them in a
you can still treat
proportionate.
yourself every now and
Yeah.
then, but
You gotta be responsible with it. Like maybe get coffee once a week or twice a week, not every day.
I mean, to be honest with you, I've cut on the coffee so much and energy drink so much. I used to have it every single day. Now, sometimes I don't even have coffee. Like I can easily get it at work. I don't have to pay a single cent for it, but I just don't. I just gotta get a glass of water and that's it.
I drank
There you go.
coffee once, and then I threw up, so that's not going down it. Dude, speaking of coffee, okay. Speaking of coffee, I should I say this? I think
this
it's
your new
fine.
sponsor?
Everyone's
coffee.
on board with me in my local area, so it's fine. I used to have a math teacher, right? And she would come actually late to her she would come like a period and a half late, just because she had such an addiction to caffeine that she would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. The line at Starbucks was too long and I had to get my coffee." It's like, bro. And she would get like 2 large cups too every single day. It's crazy.
How much was it paying?
That's why I don't want to,
How much was she paying?
I don't know, but it's Starbucks, so you could probably figure out. But it wasn't like the cups that they give
Starbucks
you. It
is
was like
expensive, though.
she brought her own cups, like this big. Like, I think it's like those 3-liter bottles that you would get for like camping or something.
And Starbucks fill it up for her?
What's up?
Did Starbucks fill it up for her?
Oh yeah.
That's like
You just have
15
to
bucks a
pay.
day, easy.
Yeah.
That's 15 bucks a day.
Easily,
10 days you
easily.
can 10
Yeah.
days you afford this microphone instead of buying your stupid ass coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and like you can see how it. I don't know if like you can see how it affected her. She would have a lot of trouble trying to relay things to us on the board or whatever. It directly affected her wellness in the classroom, which is like
For
when she made that
trying
much
not have a
money.
panic attack or something.
She yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, screw that. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say, but yeah.
I want to hear something
Well, it
funny
just
about
all
one of
comes
my
down to, like,
teachers.
just-
It's funny how like caffeine is like, it's a drug, but people don't get addicted to it. After seeing that, I don't want to deal with that shit.
People definitely.
No, it is a drug. Like realistically, a
Get
drug is
addicted to
something you
pretty
cannot
much
live without.
anything.
Yeah, you cannot. Sugar's a drug, man. Sugar's a terrible drug. Coffee's a drug.
You could even debate that some kinds of chips that have certain additives into them, they're actually kind of a drug since you're addicted to them. You end up like I know people that just keep buying them every single day.
Ben's just
They're
Ben
they're
is just
chemically
spitting
made
fast
so people
food
get addicted to them.
facts.
Like
I
there's
wouldn't be able to
actually,
tell you the name, but there's certain certain
My
things
my
that they
my,
do add
my
into them that it makes you addicted to it. Like makes you want to buy it
Like,
more.
yeah, like
my chat,
not Cheetos.
Goofy's asking, is Big Mac a drug?
Is Big Mac a drug, bro? Nah, Big Mac's not a drug. Big Mac's a blessing.
Big Mac's a blessing from God. You know, it's not
Yeah.
a drug. That's a
Big Mac
gift
is
from
crack.
the
Wait,
heavens.
do you guys know like the secret menu items of some restaurants, like for McDonald's? Like, do you know what a Meg Gangbang is?
Isn't it where they take the they take like the two bottom slices or whatever, and like they put two burgers together essentially.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what a Meg Gangbang is. Okay, you get a double cheeseburger, so 2 patties and some cheese. Then you get a chicken junior, and then you open the double cheeseburger in the middle, so 2 patties on both sides. You put the chicken junior inside, and you close that bitch, and it gets you a burger instead of a burger, and that's basically a ghetto version of a Big Mac, which tastes just as good for $2 cheaper. You're welcome. I just helped you save money.
Damn.
Thumbs up for
called-
my
that-
gangbang.
That's called a Meg Gangbang.
McDonald's shit.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. Holy crap.
Dude, I know so many secret recipes. I even created some, like in my, because when I did my 3-year program, there were days where I would not sleep for there were times where I wouldn't sleep for 2 days because I had projects. Like, it was a very difficult class. Like,
Yeah.
I did very difficult program. Like, the passing rate was 10%. So only 1% of 10 would pass, just to give you an idea.
Okay.
So there were times where we would need to do all-nighters to finish a project. So we created a drink called the Heart Attack,
Oh no.
basically-
Oh no.
which is basically you go to McDonald's or you go to Tim Hortons. We went to Tim Hortons. You basically ask, can I have an iced cappuccino with 9 shots of espresso?
Oh god. Okay.
And if that did not keep you awake, you add Red Bull to it. And that we call that an
God.
extra heart attack.
Jeez.
Your chest would hurt. You would feel dizzy, but I swear to God, you wouldn't sleep for 2 days.
Damn.
Jeez.
What was the crash after it? You're just done.
Oh, for me, I was just like, I have to go to bed.
Oh, okay. I'm sure people
If
had
you're, if
dramatic
you're been awake,
crashes.
if you're awake for like a couple of days, really,
I think it's 4.
like it doesn't take you
you'll
that
die.
much to just sleep. It's a lot
Yeah.
easier to just rock off.
I know that after 4
days,
days, but by your 5th day, I think it'll be micro sleeping. So you'll just be sitting at the computer, and then you just blink, and then you open your eyes, and suddenly like 4 hours passed. Just your body's way of coping.
No, for me, it's just like when the effects were off you, I would feel it physically. Like, I'd feel tired, like there was a weight on my shoulder. So I'd just go to bed, I'd close my eyes, 2 seconds later, I'm instantly asleep.
See, a lot of people, for the sake of saving time, I know a few people that actually don't sleep the full 8 hours. They sleep like little hours in between. Like
Oh,
they
yeah,
take
yeah,
30
yeah.
minutes of sleep
I
here,
heard about
30
that.
minutes here,
Yeah,
2 hours here, and they somehow function. And it's like
I think
it's such a
it
curse
works
though,
for
because
some people
like
because
it just doesn't feel like my day's complete if I did that. To be honest with
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like-
a lot of
like-
people say that when they do that, the days turn into like a blur. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not like, it's not like, okay, I wake up, it's the morning, I go to sleep. You know, it's more like day. I'll sleep in between sometimes.
Oh, 2 a.m. Go to bed. Wake up before. Day. Go to bed for like 30 minutes. Come back.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like chopping up your day in like different bits and pieces. It's just not. That's not a full day experience for me. It'd be really like kind of like a bit of a nightmare, bit of like a shitty thing for me to just do to myself
I'm
because
sure
I
that
know I
if
wouldn't
you were
enjoy.
trying to, I'm sure that if you were trying to like grind or something, that'd be the way to go. But for most
I
of
mean,
us, we're just not
absolutely. I
like-
mean, if you wanted to get done and work and whatnot, then that'll be an easy way to cope with it. But all your
I'm
days
sure
are
you'd
gonna be
get
like
burned out at
glued
one
together,
point.
and
I'm
it's
sure
gonna
you'd
feel
get-
like so. Yeah,
Yeah, you definitely get
one
burned
day
out
you're
at
gonna
one
like
point.
maybe sleep for like 12 hours. Like, I can easily see that happening. Some people like, I think also like some people have like these common sleep problems, like insomnia and whatnot, and
Yeah.
that's their way of coping with it, which I really respect because
You found a solution.
some of the
to your
medicines you do take,
problems.
some of the medicines you do take when you have that kind of stuff are
They're artificial.
they make you
It's
feel
not
weak.
actually
Yeah,
you
they're
the way-
inefficient. They make you feel weak, and just
Yeah,
didn't really
there's
do
always
anything.
gonna be like
So, I
some
mean,
type of
props to
trade
them.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, no, props to them for dealing with that in their own way. It's definitely not something I would do or that I would like doing. But if they can manage it, then
2 night all-nighter, bro. 8-shot espresso shit. Ugh.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get them classes finished. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's when you do something you like, you're ready to take some sacrifices. But
Yeah.
And one of those sacrifices is that eventually the podcast has to end.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, eventually the podcast will end. And that will probably be right now. Guys, we've been at it for 2 hours and 20 minutes. We've been literally just talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty pog.
It's already dark outside. Like,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
dude,
fuck?
it was
Yeah.
like completely light
It's only
outside, and
5:20. It's already dark
completely
outside. That's
Yeah.
that's the winter effect.
Bro,
for
that's
you,
about
you
the
know?
length. That's about the length of a Joe Rogan podcast.
Hey,
That's just
we do
about
be hitting
honestly,
it.
you know, like
Full of
All we're
content.
missing now is the weed.
No, Ben, you gotta help me scrub
Yeah.
through this stuff,
Yeah,
okay?
why that?
This is gonna take so long to clip and throw out on the internet.
Actually, shh, don't tell anyone I said
I mean,
that.
you have the recording. You have to send it to me somehow so I can look through
Yeah.
it. But
I'll probably like send
know,
you half.
because
I'll send you half, and then I'll take the first half or something like that, and then we'll start dishing them out.
I guess so.
Yeah. So chat. Look out for the YouTube link. We're still branding it up, so it'll be out soon. If you search up Gilga's Den podcast, you might be able to find it. That's GILGA''S Den podcast. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye
Peace
bye.
out.
Peace up the